Spiel.
All right, do my spiel. All right, so welcome to the Ben Mallah Zoomcast, where Ben Mallah and the crew are going to answer your real estate questions. We also are Zooming, so you can go to benmallah.com/shop and find your fast pass for Zoom, so I can put you in a spotlight and you'll be able to get your questions answered.
Into spotlight. When
Into
you come out
spotlight.
those videos, you showed me. You got these videos ready about the people for the house.
Yeah.
Dream
I showed
videos.
you them. We already have one potential family.
I want you to make it ready to go.
Very good.
Edited, ready to go. You know, some of them are really long. Do you have your shit together or what?
All right, well, we already have it, kind of. I already showed it to you, so.
You didn't show me shit with some long-ass videos that need to be edited, and you need to put them all together so you can put them out there for people to vote on.
Alrighty.
Did you ever send those people the bankers' information?
The banker needs to get information.
I need those people's information so the banker can reach out to them.
Roger.
Give me those people's information.
Yes.
You know the ones I'm talking about. All right, what else we got?
So just talk about your weekend.
What about Snapchat, Super Chats?
We actually have no Super Chats right now. We need Super Chats.
No Super Chats, but Ben Jr. needs to get on a treadmill, somebody said.
That's a fact, Jack.
That's funny.
I
need to live on a
He
treadmill.
needs one for every leg. Two treadmills screwed together. What else? So what are we doing here? We're testing
What'd you do
out
this weekend?
there. We need a Zoomer.
What'd you do this weekend? What'd you do this
I
weekend?
want to talk about it. Find us a Zoomer.
All right. So
who's got a question on Zoom? If you got a question, go ahead and put your hand up on Zoom, and we'll get you in there. Nick, I see you got your hand up, but you don't have your video on, so we're not going to call on you. And Jacob, there you go. We got Jacob. How about we just go to
everything out? Test the spotlight.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on Jacob real quick.
We don't know what the hell we're doing here. I can tell you that right now.
Just
it
doesn't make
don't
good
know what you're
production
doing
when
here.
you sit here and talk about the production.
Well,
Because
You
you
should just
try to
move,
rush things.
you know?
You try to rush things. We got every single thing perfectly working,
We're
and you're
trying to
trying
get
to
it.
move
You're
everywhere.
giving me a headache.
You know, we're trying to get it going, and okay.
You talk too loud.
No, my mic is up
You got a
way louder
big
than
mouth.
yours.
You don't need a mic. Your mouth's so big.
You need to turn your
Anyway, anybody out there? Can we talk to somebody out there, please?
all right, we have Jacob.
Jacob, what's up?
You're gonna have to unmute yourself, Jacob.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
I have a question. I have a little over $10,000 in cash, and I'm 15. What should I start to do, or what should I do?
Keep saving money. You're only 15 years old?
Yeah, almost
I mean,
60.
Well, legally you can't. I don't think you can do anything until you're 18 legally. I mean, but stacking your money is a great way to start and start thinking about what you want to do and start learning about it right now. I mean, what do you want to? What are you going to do? Are you going to graduate high school? Then what are you going to do?
My dad's forcing me to go to college, so I'm gonna want to learn business in college, and I really want to get into real estate. But like I said, I'm only 15, but with I think a high net worth in a way. But what should I have done when I reach that point?
I mean, if I was you right now and you really want to get serious, you can start studying the course to take Principles Real Estate 101, which was required to get your license. All right, because when you're 18, you can take the test. Okay, and being 18, having a sales license is definitely a start in the right direction. Plus, you still can go to college and you can learn all the great things. And let me tell you something: a couple of years of college at least is going to help you and do you good to be in the business world. Okay, I wish I had a couple of years of college. I wish any of us had a couple of years of college. Trust me, learning the basics and learning structure and all that shit is good for you. So you need to try to balance them both. Go to college. Get your real estate license. They may offer it at the college. I don't know. And see what the requirements are to take the test. And then bam, as soon as you turn 18, you can take that test, and then you're on your way. You're selling real estate, being in the game, All right? But keep stacking your money. Don't spend it like little Ben did when he was 15. So please, keep stacking that money. And any way you can hustle up, make some money, keep trying to do it. All right? Anything else? Anybody else? Aaron, you're 14.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
The only thing I heard him say, and one thing that caught my ear, he said his father's forcing him to go to college. You don't be forced. You go to college to be, enjoy what you're going to learn. Learn something. Be happy.
Be happy your father's forcing you to go to college.
Or be happy that he has the ability to send you to college. That's a good thing.
You should be happy that your father is really supporting you to go to college. I mean, look at it that way. Trust me, it's better for you and him and everybody. All right? It's part of becoming an adult. It's a great way, and you'll have a lot of fun, too. All little Ben did and Vincent was have fun in college. All they did was learn. All they studied was partying.
You learn different people. You actually, when you go to college, you get to learn different types of different people.
He drank with a lot of people, and he partied with a lot of people.
And you socialize with a lot of people.
Enough of that. What do we got here?
We have
Julian.
Julian, what's up?
Hey, Ben, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm currently 18, and I'm in the process of getting my real estate license. I just wanted to know, based on your experience, what is the best sector to go in for a realtor?
Well, number one, congratulations. If you're 18, you're getting your real estate license. How many courses does it require?
Around like 6 courses.
It's up to 6? What state are you in?
Florida.
Oh, all right. California, there needs to be 1. But anyway, so when did you take the test yet? You gonna get ready to take the test soon or what?
Yeah, I'm in the process of studying for the test.
All right. Well, do everything you got to do and schedule it. And then, what you might want to think about doing if you really want to, cover your ass, is they have these weekend crash courses that you can take right before the test. And all they do is focus on teaching you how to pass the test. It's like, how the driving school things are and all that shit. They got that for real estate. You might want to Google and look up who's giving one of those crash courses, because it's like right before you go in there, and everything they're going to teach you is the same way that you're going to take the test. It's like taking a pre-test, but but then telling you the answers, but teaching you. So anyway, I mean, it depends on what you like. What do you like? You want to. Most people start off in residential. You go in. But the most important thing is, no matter where you go and try to hang your license and learn real estate, make sure it's somewhere they're making money. Don't go to some single little hole-in-the-wall place that ain't doing shit. You need to try to put up. When that time comes and you pass the test, you need to put your best suit on and look as sharp as you can and go to the most expensive, busiest real estate office in town. Okay, if you want to go residential. If you want to go another way, then you're gonna have to go and seek out, commercial brokers and things like that. You go on interviews and have, and all that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go work for like one of the commercial firms, you're going to have to start off. A lot of the guys that I see that have real estate license, they go work for these commercial firms, the younger guys, and they become underwriters. And they start doing, underwriting on deals or putting packages together.
You become part of a team.
You become part of a team. So you got top guys that are there that are going to train you. And then those guys will eventually move on to another team or a better team or retire. And then you move up. And so that's kind of how it works in the commercial. You become like a part of,
and you split all your fees amongst the all.
Right, you do.
Anyway,
but it brings you into deals that can do, if you close in a $10 million deal and you get 3% on that, I mean that's a huge commission.
3% is split amongst the team.
I understand.
And then where you're at on the totem pole determines your percentage of that money.
Right.
And then the company gets a big piece of it.
Right, exactly.
Anyway, the point is this: pass the test and call me back. I mean, seriously, pass that test. That's the most important thing right now. Get your real estate license at the age of 18, and you're on your way of being in the game. That's the best thing, the first step forward. All right? Good luck to you. Congratulations. All right. What else you got up there? What do we got?
Before we read some super chats, we have somebody already purchased a fast pass for Zoom.
Now we got to get him in there right away.
So Ruben from United Kingdom, I think.
Ruben from the United Kingdom.
There he is. I see him.
Ruben from United Kingdom.
Hello, guys.
Where are you at? London?
I'm in, Newcastle.
Newcastle, chap. Oh, okay. Hey, you have my condolences on your, he wasn't a king, really. He was like, what was he? What was he?
Prince Philip.
He's married to the queen, but he ain't a king. I don't like that. I don't know. He should have cut a better deal. But what was he when he died? What was his position?
He was a prince. I'm not sure why he wasn't king.
Oh, okay. It has something to do with the whole, I don't know, royalty.
Monarchy.
In England, they got monarchy. And
is it a monarchy,
in our
right?
family, we got malarkey.
We got malarkey. We got malarchy.
Yeah, malarkey. So what's up? How can we help you today, Ruben? Ruben? Is it Ruben?
Ruben, yeah.
Ruben, I stayed at the Hotel Ruben behind the palace back door. There's a Hotel Ruben that's very English authentic. You ever heard of it? in London.
No, have you heard of the Reuben sandwich before?
Yes, we've all heard of the Reuben sandwich.
Yeah, that's a Jewish thing.
Yeah.
Don't try to take credit for that. Okay, that was a Jewish thing. All right,
So-
English always want to take credit for everything. Hey, so how can we help you, Ruben?
I've got like a startup to do with facial recognition and like payment stuff, and like it's to like I'm trying to bridge the gap between individuals and institutions. So I'm like a university student, and I like want university students to be able to walk around campus, to be able to get a coffee just using their face, like having just more of a intimate relationship with these institutions. I'm basically trying to raise funds now. I've got to raise like 80,000 to pay for the cost of labor for the developers. So either advice for like pitching, advice for raising funds, or whether you'd like to give me funds so I can help you guys in hotels and like help bridge the gap between your like your people staying in your rooms who would be it'd be easy to spend money in your hotels.
You understand what he's saying, right?
Use your face to pay.
Facial recognition payment.
Pay with your face.
But we already pay with our
Yeah,
face.
it's the law.
Technically. I mean, we kind of pay with our
pay for
face.
face?
So I put my phone here, and I put my face on it, and then I put my phone, and then I pay. But he wants to take it the next step. He wants this thing to have a camera on it and say, oh, that's Ben. The problem with that is, only thing I see, my friend Ruben, is the problem that I see is how do you authorize a payment with your face? Is it a wink? Is it a chat? Is it a...
You stick your tongue out?
Do you know, because as I walk by, unlimited charges. Oh, shit, this is a fee for walking by the pool fee. You know what I mean? So,
You gotta give it a thumbs up?
like, that's the only caveat that I
Okay to
see.
pay.
That, and I'm sure you've probably thought about this. I mean, it's your startup, so...
You do realize we're in real estate, don't you?
Right.
And I don't have a clue what you guys are talking about, but I will tell you this, so we don't, piss anybody off. If you're really serious about it, are you serious about investing
No.
in tech? I'd say you can call us on the side. And we'll
I'm
have a
not.
nice
I'm
talk.
not. I told you. I just
It's out
blew
of
the
my
tech.
league.
The
It's out of
tech
my
doesn't
hair.
make sense
It's
unless
over
you
my
can tell
head.
me.
You need to get into tech people and find out. There's a lot of people out there giving people like you money. All right, there's guys that became billionaires doing it. So you need to get in the tech world. We're in the real estate world.
Well,
You're in the
I was
wrong
meant
Zoom.
I was meant to be in San Francisco this month, but I got turned away at the border, so I'm still here.
Once the COVID blows over, right now you can try to contact people by email. You need to hit Silicon Valley and San Francisco. Those are I bet you if you just Google in those areas, tech startup money needed, and I bet you'll find it. All right?
Can I get an email of one of you guys? Because
Not on here, but you can email it to askben@benmallah.com. askben@benmallah.com, and it will get forwarded to us, and we'll review it. But you
All
can
right.
definitely send an email.
Very good. And we'll get back to you if we can give you any suggestions on who to call for the money. The guy that owns Palantir, he made his billions that way. All right. Thank you very much, Ruben.
Hey, we
Cheerio,
appreciate
chap.
you fast passing
And,
into
hey,
the
wait,
Zoom.
wait. Who's your favorite soccer team?
Newcastle United.
Newcastle.
And
Newcastle.
who's yours?
I watch Arsenal.
He dragged me to that friggin' place. That place is in a very far part of town.
Arsenal.
And then I couldn't even find a fucking cab. Arsenal. That place needs to be an Arsenal. All right, good luck to you, Ruben.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice
meeting
to meet you.
Cheerio, chap. What else we got?
All right, we got tons of super
Yeah, we
chats.
have-
Oh, we got to go
All
with
right,
the super
go,
chat.
go,
Super
go,
chat.
go.
Whoa.
Shut up.
Whoa. Jeez. Anyways, Smooth, thank you for the $5. He said Ben Mallah versus Joe Biden for the sake of the 1031 exchange. Now, that's a fight I would pay to see. Also, how much to rent out the guest house monthly.
Biden would get knocked out. But I don't
Biden
think
would be
Biden could handle
I'm
a
out of
fight
shape,
with my
but I
dad.
think
But
I
I
could beat
think he could take Biden.
Yeah, I think I can take Biden.
I think he could take
Maybe,
him.
I don't know. He's a spicy when he's awake.
Wait, does he get his security with him or no?
Hit me with his cane. All right. So, thank you very much.
Wait, how
What
much
else
to
you
rent
got?
out the
How
guest
much
house?
to rent out the guest house?
Rent out guest house? Sorry, not for rent right now.
I'm
right.
putting it on Airbnb next weekend,
Yeah, my
everybody.
wife
And
will
it'll
kill
be
you.
on my account. Just let me know.
Oleg, thank you for the $5.
If my wife wasn't here, I'd do it.
Let's see. Jalen, thank you for the $4.99. He said, I have a business proposal for you. Can you please check your email?
Go to benmallah.com and talk to Rafael. Ask Ben whatever.
He said he already sent it, so I will check it out.
Can you
Looking
All
for
right,
it.
please-
Raval's not on his job. I'm sorry. You know, he's one of those
What,
lazy
Vince?
Polacks.
What?
Can you please tell him to fix his earphones? Are really bothering me.
Me?
What's wrong with his earphones? Oh my God! Stop! Why are you? You look like Geordie LaForge off of Star Trek now. Okay.
He looks like RoboCop.
He look RoboCop.
Vincent, you are under arrest.
Geordie LaForge off of Star Trek. That'll show all the fans I'm a nerd. That I know his first and last name. I know.
All right.
All right, Joshua, thank you for the $5. He said, Ben, I love your hotels.
Well, good. Come stay in them. We got plenty of empty rooms, especially at Vincent's.
James, thank you for the $2.99. He said, talk about Dogecoin, Ben.
Dogecoin. I shouldn't have
Or
dodged
Dogecoin.
it.
Doge.
Dogecoin.
Dodge. Doge.
I made
All right.
$1,000.
I will say, Priscilla's, Vince's girlfriend, Priscilla, fiance. I apologize.
She made
Priscilla told me to buy it.
$300,000.
She told me
No,
to buy
she
it at a penny. She told me to buy it at a penny. I should have told the girl, here, here's $5,000. You handle it, and I didn't do it. So what are you gonna do? You know, I'm not an investor.
Sounds
Well,
familiar.
okay. So the new one, Dad. You want to try a new one? You ready?
I like to make my money.
It's Safe Moon.
You know,
you ready?
sitting
This
back
is the
here.
new one.
I'm
They
gonna
try-
make
you ready to
money
throw
the
$5,000
easy
at
way.
it?
Fuck
This
the
is what
easy way.
everybody's talking
You
about
live
on the
the
internet.
easy way.
You-
Your
I don't wanna-
generation wants everything easy.
I just
People
said,
like
do
me
you wanna
want to work
try
for their
it?
living. Get out there and make shit happen. Don't wait for fucking Dogecoin.
It's because you know what Doge.
Stop dodging work and fucking get to work.
I explained to a Doge what happened with
You're a
Doge. right?
Doge.
Okay. It was a crypto that was a
Why don't
meme
you go
crypto.
crypt?
Okay. And
You got any more?
yeah, he's got
Yeah,
more.
Oleg, thank you for the $5. He said, Ben, is it a good idea to keep buying condos in Chicago if cash on cash is 10%? Buying from MLS.
You know, if the cash on cash is 10% and you fixed your rate, where you don't have to worry about the rate going up, and it's going to be, if it's 10% now, it's going to be 10% later, or increase as the rent increases. So, you know, if the numbers work for you, the numbers work. That's what you do. I mean, you know, real estate's high priced, but if you get 10% and you know you got fixed rate loan, and keep getting the 10%. All right, what
All right,
else?
DJ, thank you
don't
for
have
the-
any Zooms, do you? No special.
Yeah, we
got-
Nobody wants to
Let
be
me
in
just-
this
wait a
spotlight.
minute.
we
Wait a
have
minute.
one fast
Relax.
pass, but let's
One
go.
Relax.
little fast
Relax.
pass. We're trying to do a
Stop.
Zoom.
You're trying to do too many stuff. Let me get through. So, DJ, thank you for the €5, I think. What do you think about doing / having real estate in foreign countries? And also, how do you deal with the paperwork of your deals?
I have never done a deal in a
He
foreign
don't
country.
deal with no paperwork.
All right. I don't do work. I can't use 1031 funds outside the country, so that automatically puts me out the game. I have seen stuff and thought about it, but I'm afraid. You know, I don't. It's bad enough dealing with this government. Imagine dealing with another government. Oh my God! And the other governments, people bitch about ours, but shit, the other governments, they're really strict and tough. So I'm gonna stay my ass right here, and that's about the story. Sorry, no foreign investments. I already got enough
All right.
One more
foreign
super chat.
objects around me.
Ramsey, thank you for the $2. He said, hey, what do rich people do that broke people don't?
Own big mansions, drive fancy cars, have yachts, have planes. Don't worry about the lifestyle.
That's the
this?
obvious.
How about this? How about
The
this?
non-
Eat wherever the
How
hell you
about-
want.
how
Go
about-
wherever the hell you want, and do what the fuck you want.
How about this? What do successful people do to get their success that the broke people
Broke
don't?
people don't.
That broke people don't.
Work your goddamn ass force. Get hooked. Get hooked on making money. Don't start thinking about nothing else. Just, you know, especially in your 20s and 30s and 40s, you know, just get hooked like a drug.
And I think personally that you got to believe too. Like you can't just think, because I feel like a lot of
I
people think that
believe
they
you
can
can
never
fly.
own something
Who do we
like
got
a
on
big
the
office
screen
building
here?
So we
that
have
they see or
Avron
a
here.
hotel that they stay at.
Next
don't-
fast pass.
Hold on, wait 1 second. Wait. He does not want anybody else to talk. Make sure that as soon as he starts talking, we shut up.
All right, let's go.
Sure.
Let him talk.
We're about
Let
to.
him
I'm
talk.
just letting you
He's
know.
got something to say. What do you got to say?
How's it going? How's it going? First of all, big fan. I love you.
What's your
You're my
name?
man.
What's your name? Aaron?
Avram.
Close enough. Avram. That's your name in Hebrew.
Abraham.
Avram.
Yeah. I'll do
Avram.
it.
Baruch
Let
atah
me ask you
Adonai
like
anima. What do you got for us?
Basically, I'm 22 years old. I got my real estate license, and I'm trying to get my first deal now. Not closing deal. I'm trying to buy my own deal. So there's this house pre-foreclosure that I have. It's going for 42 I'm 42,225, and I'm taking out a hard money loan for I'm putting down 25%. I'm taking out a hard money loan on 12%, like 30K. It's an interest only loan, 12% interest a year. So now my question is, I have to, per year interest rate. Well, wow, on 30K.
It's your first deal, all right? You got to pay your dues.
So no, listen,
Oh, I didn't hear how much it was. I just heard 12%.
It's only 30 grand you're borrowing, right?
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
It's like a hard money loan.
I did it. You're not doing anything different than me. I used to pay 12% on my first deal when they were and there was small loans. That's what you got to do to pay your dues to get in the door.
Right.
But
No, so
it
that
doesn't
part I'm
stay
fine
that
with.
way. It doesn't
So that
stay
part
that
I'm
way.
fine with.
Just
my only issue is it's a pre-foreclosure, and with now, I don't know how long the foreclosure process is going to take. So is that a normal risk? Is that a normal risk to take? Meaning paying 12% interest?
You're paying on the money before you even borrow it? No, you're not going to borrow the money until you.
I'm getting the note. I'm getting the house note. I'm buying off the first non-performing loan. I'm getting the note. So
buying the note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that means I don't understand. You're buying the note before it's foreclosed.
Yes.
You got bigger. You got bigger kishkas than me because I wouldn't do it. Okay.
That's why I'm asking. Is that a normal thing? That's why I'm asking you.
Listen, you're buying the paper. Okay. Who's gonna handle the rest of the foreclosure?
So I'm dealing with this company that they have an attorney that's dealing with the rest of the foreclosure. So once it goes into foreclosure, then the deed, the title is going to be on my name. My question is,
during COVID, you're trying to fight a $30,000 foreclosure, or how much is the total note worth?
The total worth, or how much?
What's the value of the note?
The value of the note, I would say. So I know someone else that bought on the same block. I don't know where everybody went, so Vincent will talk to you. I know someone who bought on the same block for 120.
Okay. All right. The point is this: you have to dental floss while you're fucking talking to me. Holy shit! And he uses the same one that I use. Those are really good. You get addicted. You start using those fucking dental flosses, and you're addicted to it. It's a good way.
I'm not like you. I'm indoor. I can't smoke right now.
Well, He's indoor too. I'm smoking. You know why? Because my son bought me the smoke-free grabber, home smoke grabber. It grabs the smoke.
One day when I own my own house, I'll be smoking inside.
All right. Seriously, you better know what the hell you're doing because you're buying a note. You're buying a note that, you can't take possession of that real estate. And with COVID and everybody fighting and all the delays, I mean, Vincent gets delayed on every sale he tries to go to the bid on because right now is not a good time. You may be sitting on that paper a long time. I'm not an expert, but you better make sure you're ready to swallow how much time you're going to sit on that paper before you get possession of the real estate and you're going to be interest on that money.
Right. So that's my question. Is this a normal risk to take? Or I'm being crazy. That's what I'm.
It's normal maybe for guys with big money, guys that can handle the risk. The question is, can you handle the risk? And then, if the shit takes a year, you've got $3,000 in interest that you paid tacked on to the cost of buying that property. Can you handle that $3,000 a year and tie up your own money?
If it's for a year, yes. But after that, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So
I don't know, man. You're buying it. You're not even buying it at a discount, are you? You're not.
No, it's a big discount for sure. It's worth like.
I'm not talking about the value of the real estate. You're not buying the note. What's the face value of the note? The note has a number on it that they borrowed that they didn't pay on. What's the face value of the note? $42,000 or whatever?
No. It's like what you talking about the mortgage that
yes, the mortgage that you're buying.
It's like $150,000.
You're buying $150,000. How much is owed on it? What's the balance on it? What's the judgment going to be for? How much?
For $150,000. He has the mortgage is $150,000. It's a lot of it's in penalties because he didn't pay since 2016.
How much is it without penalties?
Not sure.
Well, I don't know. You're taking risk. It's up to you. If you can swallow the risk, I hate to see you. Be stuck with that note. You better make sure you're going to be able to foreclose on that note because otherwise you ain't got shit.
Right.
So you better make sure you are 100% sure you feel and you know that, yes, you better find out the situation with the person that's fighting the foreclosure. Can't you go make a deal with them? Can't make a deal with them. Huh?
With the attorney that's on the foreclosure?
I mean, there's no deal to be made. Is it in court right now? What's the story? You need to know the story.
It's officially like 75% through the foreclosure, but I'm not sure even what that means.
It sounds like it's in pre-foreclosure and they haven't filed with the court yet. If you ain't got a foreclosure case number, then you ain't got no foreclosure. Or you got a pre-foreclosure with a bank saying, you know what, we're going to foreclose on you. All right, well, good luck to you, but you better do your homework before you give up that kind of money for a note. You're just basically buying a note. You better make sure you're going to be able to foreclose on it. What state? He says
New York.
That's the worst state you could possibly say. That in California.
That's
so
gonna be
you
hard
better
to
do
do
your friggin'
foreclosure.
homework. You better not be in the city. They ain't doing no
No, it's
foreclosures. Oh, okay. All right, well, do your homework, all right? Don't
Ben,
be a
Ben, I
schlemiel.
love you, man.
Thank
By
you
the
very
way,
much.
Can I just say something? I took my real estate license because of you.
Okay, listen to
and
this.
I'm
Listen to
trying-
this. You know what the best thing about having that real estate license? All right, if you go out and find a deal, have you ever tried to qualify for FHA financing?
No.
Do you work?
I'm a real estate agent.
All right, well, when you make enough to get a loan, just imagine. If you get an FHA loan and it's only 3% down, your commission's 3%. It's no money
I saw that in one
down.
of your videos. I saw that in one of your videos. I know everything you say.
All
I'm
right,
the biggest fan. You don't
then
know
do
that.
it. But you better. You don't think it's 7. You're playing high roller over here, buying notes that ain't foreclosed. You know that you're not sure you can get foreclosed on when. All right, I've been stuck in a foreclosure note right now for about 2 years, but I got balls and I can handle it. All right,
Oh, wow.
Thanks a lot. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you. Big fan.
Thank you. You got anything over there, Arrow?
Yeah, I got super chats.
Wake up.
So actually, thank you for the $2. He said, I'm 17. Can I start real estate investing?
What is this, high school today? When can you start real estate investing?
Yeah. He's 17 years old.
Legally, I think you have to be 18 to sign documents. But you can start if you can get somebody to hang with you that's over 18, that's got some money, got some credit. You know, but if I was 17, I'm telling you, having your real estate license and studying for it, it's not going to hurt you in any kind of way. It can only help you. And it's going to give you the basics of real estate, you know, and then it's going to also give you the right to be around other people in real estate. So, you know the old saying, get in where you want to fit in. But you need to, you know, if you want to seriously do it, you got to get somebody that's over 18 with some money and credit and do it under their name. And, you know, you'll be the silent partner that's not silent. All right.
All right. Abdul Rab, thank you for the $4.99. Mia, thank you also for the $5. She said, coming to Miami in May for my birthday. Where should I stay? Any good deals? Thanks, Ben. Y'all are awesome.
You know, Miami had a curfew. They got partying so hard in Miami. You better be careful, Miami. But unfortunately, we don't have anything in Miami.
But we do have a
40
beautiful
minutes away
hotel
in
in
Fort
Fort
Lauderdale.
Lauderdale, managed by Vincent.
40 minutes away, right? 40 minutes from Miami, depending on traffic. You go to Fort Lauderdale, you can go to the Sheraton Suites. Why rent a room when you can have a suite? And what's the address there? Do you even know the address?
Yeah, it's 1700 Gulf Boulevard.
Very funny.
That was hilarious. That was funny. Come on. It's not like everybody doesn't know it.
He don't even know the address of the damn hotel he's supposed to be fixing up.
555, just like my phone number. 555.
555 what?
Northwest 62nd Street, also known as Cypress Creek Road.
Come on down. Vincent will give you a good deal. All right, what else you got?
All right, Dad Vader, thank you for the $5.
Dark.
We want more of you and Vincent arguing. Vincent is becoming the star of your channel.
Listen, he's
Show
lucky.
The
He's
new
gonna see
star.
stars.
Show Vincent the money.
Listen,
Get
if
him
my
some
hand
better.
Wait,
wasn't
listen.
Go ahead.
Let him finish.
Said, show Vincent the money. Get him some better headphones.
Let him go get Dr. Dre's headphones. How about
The
that?
Beats. The Beats headphones.
And I am definitely not the star because
Yeah, he's a
them
star, all
comments,
right.
they be doing me dirty with
Listen, he's a shooting star, just like he's always shooting his mouth off. You're gonna see stars if I didn't have my damn thumb broke. Set me up. You and your brother set me up to have a fall. What else we got, Aaron?
Smooth, thank you again for the $10. He said, I'm 18 with 60 grand saved up. Super interested in getting in the investment side of real estate, but I can't due to the simple fact I lack 2 years worth of tax returns. What does Big Shot Ben recommend I do?
Start setting your ass up so you'll have 2 years worth of tax returns. You know, if you ain't got them now, then get them. In 2 years, you'll have them. You know, otherwise, it's going to be tough. You know, especially being 18. So keep stacking your money. Keep trying to, you know, you want to get the bank to loan you money. It's the whole, you can't start without getting a loan. So number one priority in real estate is line yourself up to borrow the money. Okay? Otherwise, ask your grandpa. All All right, good luck to you.
All right, Joe, thank you for the $5. He said, here's some SIG money. No question, just mad respect.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sig money.
Cigarette money. $5 for your cigarettes. They're like
Thank you.
$7.50 a pack.
What else you got? You got anything over there?
I got Huggy Cub. Thank you for the $2. He said, I sent Vincent houses for sale, but he don't reply.
Ha ha.
Vincent, start replying to houses for sale.
Maybe he didn't like the house for
Catching up with all
sale.
my other things I gotta reply to.
All right. Anything else?
IGH Properties. Thank you for the $99.99.
IGH Properties. We hung out in Tampa.
Yep. He said, Ben, great time at the last event with you and your family. Rafal, good times, buddy.
We appreciate it. We're going to do another one in Fort Lauderdale. Hopefully we can hang out there. IGH. I wish IGH could buy IHG. One day. He looks like he could.
Day.
I mean, if he keeps flipping deals and keeps doing, then he'll get up there and do it.
All right. What else we got going on in this place?
I mean, we got people asking questions. We got the hands up over there, but we got no fast passes, though.
Yeah, we have one more fast pass.
Oh, we got a fast pass.
Fast pass.
So let me just find the person, and we're going to throw them in. I think we have one more super chat, no?
Oh, we got another super chat, Aaron?
Oh, yeah, we do. Let's see. Derry, thank you for the $13.99 from California.
$13.99. We're gonna do this American Dream. I think we're almost there. But if we make more money, we can do it for more than one person. But we're definitely gonna spend. I already know the house is gonna be in this market. Shit, the damn house might be at two, at least maybe up to three.
Maybe
we're gonna
more.
need to come up with about $9,000 for the down payment plus costs. Is $9,000. We need about 11, 12 grand that we're gonna have to put this money towards to help the first family. But we do one, we can do another. As long as people want to help, I'm willing to help. I wish Rafal would come out with the damn video. I already know the family. I think it's going to win it. I'm sorry to tell you. One guy was in the Army, and he's shooting guns while he's doing the video in the friggin' desert, shooting cannons with a whole team. And it was great. We'll show it to everybody. Rafal gets off his ass. But the problem is, he's VA. He gets no money down, so he can't win. But I've seen some really good families that really look sincere. I'm going to show them to everybody. Rafal, to the video screen. No, he ain't got it.
We didn't find him?
All right, he's got to edit him. He's got to make it,
No, the video. He's not talking about that.
What
We're
are you
talking
doing
about
now?
the fast pass. Fast pass.
So
You lost the Zoomer.
No. So we have a fast pass, but they put their, I don't know, it's a different name. I can't find their name on the Zoom
All
right
right.
now.
Well,
so
what do you
maybe
got,
they didn't
Aaron?
join yet.
Anything?
Put your hands up if you're
Put
bought
your hands
fast
up.
pass. It's
Yeah,
easy.
right. Everybody's going to put their hands up.
Everybody's going to put their hands up.
Yeah.
But either way, hey,
Stick up.
but still, for YouTube guys, you need to hit the like button for us.
All right.
Yeah, no, we seriously do need likes.
We got any questions out there? We got any call? We don't do callers no more. Now we can't even talk to people on the
We
phone
can get
anymore.
a call if you wanted. We could do a call. I mean, but nobody. That's not the.
But we
That's
have the
not
Zoom.
the session. This is not today. This is
Trying
not
to
the
Zoom.
session. We're zooming.
We got
Okay,
any Zoom
okay.
questions?
It's a
we can
world.
put anybody. Look, there's a
Put
bunch of people
anybody up
having
there.
Bunch of people have questions.
So
Harris.
I'm gonna add somebody
Harris. How
Come
about
on.
that one right
Pick
there?
him,
Harris.
pick him, pick him.
Harrison.
Pick him. Harrison. Sorry,
Ford.
I didn't
What's
see.
up, Harrison? Where you at? He's not down here. He's up there. There he
There you
is.
go.
What's up,
Hey.
guys?
What's up in that big fancy? What is he? An office building?
Yeah, it looks
Big
like it.
fancy office building.
Baby.
New York. Wow,
New
he's got a
York,
corner.
yeah.
He's got a window in his office.
Whoa,
that's big time
shit
in New York. If you got a window,
With a
that's big
view?
time. With a view, that's not a TV screen behind you that you're just playing, right?
Hey, so
All right,
what's up?
I'll tell you, I'm actually in my apartment building right now. It's quite funny. I pay $1662.50, 390 square feet. 2 doors over from me, some guy pays $2,700 for the same exact unit. So I got the absolute steal. But what I'm here for is actually your take on new property development, right? So in Vegas and Tampa, there's a lot of development that's going on right now. And these contractors and these developers, they're selling the property for, say, $600, but it's December 2020. And now the property's worth, say, $750. And it's the same, development, but they're just offering it at a different price, at a much higher price, right? And so ideally, I want to come in with as little to no cash down as possible, get it under contract for, say, $600, and, pay the 10% or 15% or however much it's owed, and then be able to flip it before the house is, even built or anything like that. Have you guys ever done things like that?
I mean, people
I
do
think
it
it's
every
kind of
day.
like-
Every day they buying them on what they call pre built or whatever the hell, the guy that's building a condominium or building a housing development or whatever he's building, he starts having pre-construction sales where, people start buying the ownership before it's even built. And then sometimes they win, but sometimes you can lose. It depends. If you think the place is going to be worth a lot more money than the developer's willing to pay you, fine. Then buy it now and wait a year or two or whatever it takes them to build it, and hopefully you'll make, 20, 30, 40%. I don't know. It depends on the place. It's happened a lot in St. Petersburg, I think, and out here, down by the water.
So what I'm saying is, especially in Vegas where their market is, hotter than the desert right now, you can make over 100 before the house is even built.
All right, then do it. People do it, but you're going to be on the hook, and you're going to take that ride with the contractor, and then hopefully everything's going to work out the way he says. Normally it does. There's plenty of shit that's been built. It's a hot market right now. That's a fact. If you can find some bargain in the market, go for it. But just remember the risk.
And then the question:
I would be putting up 10 or 15%
right.
cash, right?
Right.
To get under contract. And
right. You're gonna have to close when he tells you to close. All right. When he's ready to close, that contract's gonna say you're gonna have to close search date. You're gonna be ready to close that money. And if you can't flip that contract, you're going to be stuck and lose that damn deposit. Just like any other real estate transaction. You want to flip a pre-built place. It's done every day, but you better know what the fuck you're doing and make sure the market's there for you to flip it too. All right?
I just got a question. How many units or how many condos are in this development? Or how many planned?
Yeah, sure. So I was looking at Water Street Development, which is in Tampa. There's they're going up for they've had 2 and 3 bedroom properties in the Edition Hotel, which is a 5-star property in Tampa that's being built right now. And they were starting off at $2 million, and now they're already at 2.1, and that's within 4 months. So you would have already gained 100,000 off that investment. It's okay, it's decent, but I assume it's only going to keep going up.
If you got the tolerance for that kind of risk and you believe in the market, then you play it, But nobody has a crystal ball. That's the only problem. Hopefully.
Would you guys do that though? Right?
I don't do that. No, I don't do that.
No, we don't do that.
We would never speculate like that. We ain't got the balls to do that. That takes big balls when you start doing it. Or you need to know what the fuck you're doing. Everybody's got their own area of real estate. If I hung out with those guys and I seen other guys doing it every day, yeah, I'd go do it. But I don't. I hang out with Easter meals. So, what are you going to do? But good luck to you and Viva Las Vegas, baby.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it, guys.
You got another Zoomer up there? We're here for Zoom. Zoom away, baby. Zoom away.
Let's read maybe one super chat, then we have another fast pass.
All right, go for it.
All right, Joe, thank you for the $10. He said,
$10.
hey, Ben and Aaron and Vincent. I'm a first-time property flipper from Canada. Your videos have helped me to pull the trigger and get started.
Very good.
Thank you. Quick question. Is cereal soup?
Is cereal soup? No. Cereal is something you put in milk and eat it for breakfast. Unless it's hot cereal, then you cook it on the stove. No,
What's the
cereal is
definition of
not
soup?
soup. It's a breakfast soup. Yeah, it's soup. It's a breakfast soup. But you use milk instead of hot water.
All right.
So
Actually,
it's a soup.
Call it whatever the hell you want. I don't give a damn what you call it. Just make
Soup
sure
is
my
just
bagel
liquid
and lox
with
is ready
ingredients
for
in it.
breakfast.
No.
Now you got me. I haven't even eaten dinner now, and you got me thinking about breakfast. All right, what else we got? Oh my God! Is that
actually,
Vincent?
thank you for the $2 again. He said, did a lot of investors you've met go to college?
Investors?
Yes.
Yes. A lot of them started working for other investors that went to college, and you got a mixture. You got guys like us who started from nothing. There's 2 types of investors: the kind who went to college and went to work for big investment companies and then learned how to do it on their own. And then you got the guys that beat the hell out of the street like us and came up from nothing. It's probably half and half. Probably. All right, what else you got?
All right, we have.
Go sit back down. What are you doing, Miguel? Get back down there. He just got up.
Miguel, get back.
Get over there, Miguel.
Don't worry.
All right.
We're not here to
Where did he
arrest
go?
you.
Use the bathroom. Sit down.
What's up? What's up?
He can't hear us now. Now you can hear us.
What's up?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
So I have a question. So I'm going to be buying my first property, and it's going to be a duplex. So my plan is to get 2 one-bedroom duplexes and turn them into 2 two-bedroom duplexes. So I was wondering if you ever done that or what you think about that.
Listen,
You've done it.
I try to maximize anything I buy. I try to figure out what's the most I can do for it. Didn't we talk about this in the last Zoom? You look familiar and you sound familiar. The question.
I don't know. I don't think he
Anyway,
was.
maximize your real estate and get every drop of rent you can. If it makes sense to add an addition and you got space to do it and the county ain't going to bitch about it, then do it. You know, I've done it all. I've turned 2 bedrooms into 4 bedrooms. I've done every time I could add something or increase the size of that unit, I'm increasing value. Just make sure you don't spend too much doing it. You know, it makes sense to do it.
Okay.
So
And the
do
reason
it.
he did it because Section 8 pays you more per bedroom.
Everybody
So if you
pays
are
more per
renting-
bedroom.
Well, specifically Section 8, they pay by the bedroom. So
Put me down.
the more
Like,
Yeah,
bedrooms
that's
you
what
get,
I was thinking of doing. I wanted to put a Section 8 tenant in there so I could get the max rent. Because I mean, I'm a property manager now, so I'm familiar with like Section 8 and stuff like that.
going
So that
down
was
there
my
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't pay for
once you go
dining
down to the
rooms.
office-
They don't pay for family rooms. They pay for bedrooms.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
pay for bathrooms or no? They don't.
No,
technically
they don't pay for
bathrooms.
No, they don't
No,
pay
they
for
don't pay for
bathrooms, but you
bathrooms.
got to have at least
It's
one
just-
bathroom.
In fact, you know what? More bathrooms hurts your rent. Did you know that? Because then you got the tenant gets a
Utility
bigger
allowance.
utility allowance. They do count the bathrooms, but only for the utility allowance. And the bigger the utility allowance, the less your rent you get on Section 8. So you got to watch your utility costs that are on the tenant. So if they got 2 bathrooms, they're going to double the water cost, and then they're going to charge less, give you less rent because they got their maximum. But you're doing the right thing. Maximize whatever you can.
But
And
yeah,
always
definitely
ask for the
maximize it.
highest. Do you know what FMRs are?
No.
You're in property management. You want to rent to Section 8, and you don't know what FMRs are? Tell them what FMRs are, Ben.
Fair
I'm in
market.
Arizona. I don't know if we
Every
it's
state
the
has
same.
it.
It's
HUD
federal.
puts it out.
The feds put it out to all the states. Tell them
It's
again.
The fair market rent.
For your area.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I know what that
yeah. All right, well, find out. Call the housing authority up or go online. And what the hell's in that pipe you're smoking? I don't want to know.
It's a vape.
But, yeah, it's a vape.
It's
a
big
Juul.
vape. I heard about
the
them.
Buff Bar.
The
Anyway,
Volve or Vilve
so-
or whatever it is.
Contact the housing authority. Find out what the limits are, the maximum that you can ask
Yeah,
for.
I think I have it. The way they have it here is based on zip code. So whatever zip code you're in, that's the max that they can pay for.
Well,
a
ask for
one-bedroom
the
or a
max.
two-bedroom.
Ask for the max when
Yeah.
you fill out the paperwork. All right.
And make
Yeah, I
sure
think- yeah.
there's a window in your bedroom.
Have you ever
Right? The window and a closet.
a smoke detector? Have you ever rented to
Yeah.
a Section 8 tenant before? Answer the question,
Yeah, I've
Miguel.
done the inspections and all that.
So you
before,
know what
yeah.
it takes to pass an inspection, right?
Yeah.
All right. Fill out the paperwork. Ask for the most you can get. Add on as many bedrooms as you can, and make some money. All right.
All right.
Adios, amigo.
Thank you.
What else
you.
we got? We got anybody else there to zoom it in?
Yeah, you
Pick
got a bunch of
anybody.
people.
Pick somebody.
Anybody got their hand up? That's
Pick
the question.
somebody. Pick somebody.
No, but I don't know if they want
We
to
have
talk.
some super chats.
Yeah, we do have super chats.
All right. Read
So
your
Spencer,
super
thank you for the
chats.
$4.99. He said, "Hey Ben, house flipper, 200 grand liquid. What would you buy with that to scale your real estate portfolio?"
Bitcoin. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know shit about Bitcoin. Anyway, 200 grand liquid wants to flip some houses.
Yep.
I hope he's not doing all his 200 grand. I hope he's using some bank money.
Yes. What size is it?
14 by 16.
What is this? The party line looks like the Brady Bunch on that screen. Is that
Somebody got
Brady Bunch?
unmuted.
All right. Anyway,
14 by 20.
what?
14 by 16.
Yeah.
We're in a chat room.
Okay. Let me go check.
I'm crazy. Maybe I gotta.
We're having
it's Miguel.
Pollock difficulties.
Mute Miguel.
Miguel,
Miguel's
you're
on mute.
muted. We're muting you,
I
man.
can see it on the right.
Oh, I see
Mute
it.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
see
talking
it.
on the right. You see
I
it?
want
Mute
him
Miguel.
muted. Muerto.
No, that's dead.
Same thing. Mute. Muerto. All right. Anyway, tell the guy. I hope he's not using the whole 200 grand. He should be borrowing the money and spreading that money out a bunch of deals. But anyway, he's flipping. What does he want? Do it. Find the
He
flip.
just said, "What would you buy with that to scale your real estate portfolio?"
I mean, no, I like rental units, but it's whatever's within your reach. You can't make a deal happen. It ain't no magical thing to do. You got to find where you can make some damn money, whether it's a house or a duplex or 4 units. Maximize your money as you're working with, and find the best deal out there. I don't care what it is. All right, we got problems. Or
No,
what?
no, we got
We've
some.
been infiltrated
we
by
got
the
some
KGB.
Zoom. We got some Zoom people. Rafael, you want me to pick them? I can pick them.
Yeah,
over
we got
here.
somebody
Hey,
right
Vincent,
here.
All right,
what are you
good.
doing? Sleeping?
Cut that other one off. It's all.
Yeah.
Hey, get the captain up there, Vincent. Hey, yes, sir.
Sure.
How are you today? This guy looks like a Marine.
Yeah, hardly. I was a TV producer before I got into real estate.
Oh,
We
we're
need
looking
your
for
help.
a TV producer. I want to make him into a cartoon.
I made more money as a TV producer probably, but I actually made documentaries and stuff like you guys are doing on your YouTube channel, which is genius, by the way. It's high, production quality is really high. So,
Ooh.
Holy. He's from the old days. That's why he's not.
Rafal
he's
picked
from
him.
the old days.
Of course, Rafal picked him.
This guy used to produce the I Love
He
Lucy
paid.
show.
Oh, he paid.
What? Tell us some of the shows you produced. And we better
Modern
know who.
Modern Marvels for the History Channel.
Oh wow, I watched that. I
Which
like that. It's a
one?
good show. Modern Marvels. It's a show
Modern
on the History
Marvels.
Channel
Yeah,
where
I've
they
seen
tell
that,
you.
yeah. Very good.
I got one you guys will like. Taxi Cab Confessions.
Oh,
Yeah.
HBO. There you go.
Very good. Very good. So how can we help you today, sir?
So 2 questions. One, do you know about the Florida Land Trust statute?
Florida Land Trust statute. No.
So I think this might help a lot of people on this call that are interested in real estate, especially in Florida. But there's a guy named Mark Warda who is actually not far from you in Clearwater. And he is an attorney and a genius at using the Florida Land Trust statute. So to keep it brief, it's basically the law that the Florida legislature passed so that Disney could come in and buy Orlando and build Disneyland in the 60s. And it's an amazing tool. So I won't take up a lot of time here, but a lot of bigger players than me and as big as you use for property management and for asset protection and for a lot of things. So
I'll look into it. I'll contact my attorney tomorrow. Land Trust. What is it called?
it's called the Florida Land Trust statute.
The Florida Land Trust statute. Write that down, Aaron. Talk to Tom Nash right away.
When you
All
come
right.
to when you come to Fort Lauderdale, I'm going to bring you Mark Warda's book. All right.
All right. I'm at the trailer park. And my boat's at the trailer park down on 84. I don't care.
So the other question is, there's 5 guys in Clearwater who are absolutely the founding fathers of real estate in Florida. Jack Miller was the top guy. Did you ever hear of Jack Miller or know him? He was right where you
Not
are.
really. I mean, I don't really run with all the big guys, you know? I'm just out here hustling on my own and deal with the guys in my level. But I'm not really, into the... I mean, I know some of them from the country club, but it doesn't ring a bell, no. But thank you very much. I'll look into the Florida Land Trust statute and find out what the hell you're talking about.
I'll bring you the book.
All right, I appreciate it. Drop it off at Vincent's Hotel at 555 Northwest 62nd Street.
I did a seminar there on land trust.
Can you do one? Do one in a hotel.
We did.
Oh, do another one. We got rooms empty. Thank you
All
very
right.
much. Come on
Yeah,
down.
thanks.
Do another one.
All right.
Thank you. All right, zoom in. We're zooming tonight. You got anything over there, Aaron?
Yeah, Shamir, thank you for the $2. Bartolomea, thank you for the $5. Hello, guys. What's better, triple net or ground lease? And what's the difference?
You want me to say it?
I mean, yeah, go ahead. It's your show. You got the knowledge. I'm just a copycat. I'm only
Do you know the difference?
reproducing knowledge that you've taught me. So I'm a
Do you
copy
know
of
the
a.
difference?
You know,
Does anybody here know
I know the difference.
All right, what's the difference?
Between a land lease and a triple net lease?
Ground lease, yes.
Oh, well, a land lease, a ground lease is...
Same thing. Go ahead.
A ground lease is basically, you're renting the ground, you're renting the land to the person who then builds a building. You don't own the building. On a triple net, you own the building and you're renting the building to that person. So those are the 2 main differences. There's a lot more, but... those are the 2 main differences.
All right. The big difference when it comes to the money is if you have a piece of property, a piece of land, and you lease it out to, say, McDonald's or Starbucks or anybody, all right, and they build a building on it and or somebody else builds a building on it, you cannot depreciate your rental income from the land lease. Why? Because there's nothing to depreciate. Land doesn't get old. Okay, depreciate means the thing's getting old and it's going to be worth less money. In real estate, they didn't think about it. Hey, a lot of times real estate things appreciate. You don't depreciate, but they're looking at the physical aspect of it. So if you got a house that's 100 years old, You know, it's depreciated out. It's life value. You know, that's the way the law looks at it. So basically, you can depreciate your rental income if you own some sort of structure on it. That's why I don't buy the land leases, because then I have to pay straight up tax on it. When you own the real estate and the physical of the building, you can depreciate the rental income. And then there's all types of triple nets. With land lease, you got absolutely. With triple nets, you got, if you have the right triple net, you don't have no responsibility. There's a lot of triple nets where you do have responsibility. In a land lease, you ain't got shit to worry about, because all you own is the dirt. So you'll never have a day's headache with that land lease, I can tell you that. So, you know, for a lot of people, they'd much rather have that peace of mind and say, fuck it, I'll pay the tax. All right, very good. What else we got?
Dairy, thank you for the $6.99. He has a deal for sale. It cash flows $9,000 a month. He can sell it for $3.3 million and will pocket $2 million after capital gains. He's in Canada. Should he sell or keep the cash flow?
Get rid of that one. All right, what does he got? He's got a property that's giving him how much?
$9,000 a month.
$9,000 a month. $9,000 a month. Roughly, what's 9 times 12? Over 100. 108.
He can sell it right now for $3.3 million.
All right.
He's asking,
how much does he owe on it? Did he tell you that?
He said he'll pocket $2 million after capital gains.
So after capital gains in Canada will kick your ass. Listen, if he can pocket that kind of money after tax, I'd much rather have, how much in his pocket? $2 million?
$2 million.
Holy shit. That $100,000 a year, it's going to take you how many years to get that $100,000 a year?
I'm sorry, I was focusing on
$100,000 a year, 10 years is $1 million.
Simply.
It's going to take him 20 years to get that $2 million bucks. I'll take the money now, baby. Take it now. That's what I would do. If that's after tax, hell yeah. I mean, you could take that damn $2 million and put it to work and make a lot more than $100,000 a year. You could put that $2 million in work and make probably $200,000 a year if you invest it right. You know, at 10% in real estate and a real safe triple net deal even. So that's what I would do. But you're in Canada, and in Canada, do as the Canadians. I don't know. It's a tough market, but good luck to you with your $2 million.
All right, Chris, thank you for the $199. Chris, thank you again for the $199. He said, do you have Irish ancestry?
No Irish. There's not a bit of Hannigan in me. I don't got no Irish in me. It's all the Jews from different parts of the world.
Polish, isn't it Poland? No, what is it?
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah,
My mother's side,
my
mother's side was those Ashkenazi. Even the name Ashkenazi sounds rough. They were Polish-Russian Jews.
Right.
And got beat up by the Russians and exterminated by the Germans and all them. And then you got the father's side that came from Spain. During the Spanish Inquisition, the Spanish said, you either convert to be a Catholic or we're killing you. So they ran. And then they ran around all these countries where they kept the old language. It's called Ladino and Spanish, blah, 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 blah. They hid in Turkey. The friggin' Arabs saved the Jews in Turkey, figured that out. And then they came to New York in 19-something. That's my story. That's the way they told me. All right, what else we got?
Simon, thank you for the $4.99. He said, if you could live anywhere in the U.S., where would you move and why, excluding Florida?
There is nowhere better than Florida. I don't know. All right, where the hell else? Where else? Shit.
I mean, I don't know. California was really nice, but the
Key
problem
West part of
is
Florida
the
still?
You know, the price of California.
I can't imagine living anywhere. You know, you can go have your mountains. You can go visit your mountains. You can visit your snow. You can visit all that shit. But when you live here in Florida, you're like always on vacation, even when you're working.
So I was talking about this the other day. I think you came to Florida 20 years early. Okay, I think you came out here 20 years ago and bought up everything, but I think it really started to boom like now.
Yeah.
So now, where's the next state? Where's that next state? I was thinking, where do they have beaches?
We're at the tip of the country. We can't leave the country anymore.
Let's talk about it.
And we've already left.
So where's their beaches?
We're the little dingaling at the end of the country right now.
Where's there still nice beaches? Tell me another state there's still nice beaches.
all year round good weather.
And where's there decent weather still? And you have climate changes, and
you got people from all over.
California.
It's very diversified.
No.
Florida's still got crackers, but it's still diversified.
You got North Carolina, South Carolina.
Are you talking about those type of places?
I know it doesn't sound,
The answer is, I can't think of a place I've been. Oh, wait, I forgot.
Where?
Hawaii.
I knew he was going to say. I knew you were going to say.
Hawaii.
Okay.
All right,
but it's
I'd
a little
probably
island
get sick of that place after a little while.
But anyway, I think the next boom, and this is just me, I think the next booms are going to be South Carolina and North Carolina.
Very good, because you're a hillbilly. All right, what else we got?
Because the hillbilly, because there's nice stuff out there.
You got anything else?
Beaches,
yeah.
We're supposed to be testing the Zoom tonight.
Multi-happy, thank you for the $15.
All right.
Would you rather invest in another business if you owned one instead of real estate, or is real estate really just better?
I don't want the responsibility of running a business. The hotel business has kicked our ass, except it hasn't kicked Vincent's yet.
It's only kicking my ass.
So, anyway, I don't know. I don't want to run a business. I just want to let somebody else run the business. I don't have it in me. I tried it. I didn't like it. I don't like working out hard. Just pay me the damn rent, and you run the business, and I'm happy. Simple.
All right, IGH Properties, thank you again for the $99.99.
$99.99 IGH.
It's some more for American
We're gonna
Dream.
hook that guy up with a hotel room. All right, what else we got? Anything from you, Raquel?
Crypto Cal, thank you for the $27.99. He said, Crypto Cal checking in from Toronto.
Crypto.
Still trying to sell those houses in Gary, Indiana. Enjoy the live show. Looking like Tony Soprano today.
Call Vincent. He'll help you sell the houses in Gary, Indiana. He's got family there. But you better bring a gun. Tell you that right now. All right. So, get some Zoomers up here. Come on.
All right. So
nobody wants to pay. Fine. They ain't got to pay. Put them up there.
Somebody wants to just wave at the camera, and we're going to pick someone. Who do you like, Ben?
Wait, they got their hands up. You're
We
just
got
not
Mr.
looking.
T right there.
Oh, Thomas.
Wait.
Caesar. Put Mr. T on.
There's Thomas there.
You got Caesar. We got James Pugh. That's
Look,
Mr.
there you go.
Pugh.
All those people have their hands
got
up.
Logan.
They've been had their hands up. Put Matt on. Matt's had his hand up for a
Aaron,
long
Aaron,
time.
Call the captain. Put his ugly face on
so
there.
we got Matt.
Text the
Matt's been
captain.
up there. Matt's all the way over there. You see him? He's
You
been
want
up
to
there.
see something
He's got a
ugly? Put Mike
question.
Bonus's face up there. All right, so come on.
Hold
what do we
on
got?
1 second. Calm yourself.
This guy looks like
Calm
he's
down,
going nuts.
man.
Don't
Calm
put him
down.
on there.
No, we're
There's
not.
some people on there you don't want to put on there.
Yes.
Oh my God! What
know.
the hell is that guy doing? He look like he's ready to kill somebody.
All right, we're going. I think Rafal, you got it, or
We're wasting time. What
We
we
got
got
Matt.
right there?
We got Matt.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, baby? That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for unmuting me.
What's up, Matt?
Ben, I just want to say thank you for giving me inspiration to go into real estate because it's literally changing my life as we go.
Very
But,
good.
Like you said, 18 years old, I walked into the bank the day after I turned 18. So I was there right when I turned 18. I told the guy, I said, hey, he's like, what are you doing here? And I said, I want to borrow $180,000. And he backed up and he went back in his chair and he didn't know how to react to that. And I said, I got a plan. And I was all hyped up on your videos at the time. I was like, real estate, baby, let's go. And basically what happened is he's like, okay, we'll get some paperwork going. I had good credit. I had job history. I had a down payment. I was ready. And
At
he told me,
18,
he's
you
like,
were ready?
I was ready, Ben.
Oh shit,
That's
man!
what I'm talking about, baby.
I never heard of that. That's really great. That's great. So you were ready, and what happened? Did you get the loan? No. Watch him say no.
So what happened is I left, and he's like, okay, come back. We'll get some things worked out. Came back. He's like, you're only approved for 130. And I was like, no. And I was so down. I called my dad. My dad said, you're going to let one guy tell you no. He's like, keep going. So I hunted, and I found someone. And they got me approved, but they gave me a realtor. And I was like, okay, well, this works. And I was looking for a house in Idaho. And Idaho's growing a lot right now. Real estate out there. What happened is,
Delusional.
basically, the realtor was like, okay, I'm going to look for some places. She was finding places that were like 30 minutes away from where I live. And I was like, no, I want something in my town. And me and my dad were at the house one day, and we found this place. It was at 189. And I called my realtor, and I was like, go get it. Let's get this deal going. And she told me that it was sold. But I didn't believe her, so I went over there with my dad by myself, and I went over there and offered that guy 189, and I cut the realtor out completely, owner to seller, just like that.
That's great. That's a great
Anyway.
story. Congratulations.
This is the next question. This is the question. What's my next step, Ben? How do I keep going?
Well, what did you do with the house you bought for
this,
189? What did you do with it? Why is this
It's
signal
being
so
rented
bad?
out right now.
Don't worry
It's being
about
rented out. I'm trying to make money.
All right, how much is the rent?
So
How much is the
mortgage
rent?
about mortgage is $950. Rent is $1,250.
All right, so you may have a little cash flow there. I don't know. What about taxes, insurance, all that included in the 9?
That's all included.
All right, so you're cash flowing some money, but the problem is now what are you going to do? You know, how did you buy it? How much money down did you put on that loan?
There's about 5,000, I think. 5,000.
And the house
Very
is
little.
still only worth 189, right?
The neighbor just sold theirs. Like the neighbor next to me just sold theirs for 234.
Well, that's good. Is it the same square footage as yours? Same condition, same everything?
Exact same.
Well, you know,
Same
you can
everything.
try. You got the balls to do that. You should try now to go to a bank and see if you can squeeze a little bit of equity out of that house. Maybe get a HELOC. You know what a HELOC is? You know what a
Is that where
HELOC
you
is?
take money out.
It's a home
take it
equity line
somewhere
of
else?
credit. And then they'll give you a line of credit that you can tap when you need it, when you find the next deal. But you got to find a real deal. You can't find something that the next deal can't be, you know, you got to find
Like a
something
flip-
some more fat on
flip a
a
house.
fat on a bone. What about your dad? Tell your dad to come in with you. Tell your dad to be a partner.
I'll tell him.
Tell him to be a partner, put some money together, see if you can get equity out of the house, even a little bit, and go find the next deal. But try to look a little harder
All
and
right.
find something with more fat on the bone. All right, you did great. You got $50,000 upside in a house you bought at the age of 18. You should be damn proud of yourself. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ben. You're like biggest fan. Keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you. What else we got? What else we got? You got anything over there, Aaron? No super chats?
No, actually.
Nothing. Nobody wants to play today?
We can
Get
pick,
on
some,
Zoom.
we
Are
can
we
pick
done?
somebody from
I'll get
Zoom.
at it. Put them on Zoom.
Let's
Zoom
get
away.
let's try Jasper.
What time
here.
is it? 7:42 already.
Let's
You
do a
did
few
enough
more.
tests.
Let's do a few more Zooms. And
All right, what'd you do with Mr. T? What's up, Mr. T?
How you doing? I've been watching
Oh,
you
my
forever.
God.
You're awesome.
I thought you were going to come on here. What is up, man? Yeah!
Oh, I sold all my
Never
gold
judge
and
a
put it in
book
my
by
real
its
estate.
cover. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I got
Ben,
a
your
question
phone.
for you.
You know who you look like? You honestly remind me of the guy that played Aladdin on Broadway. You remember we went backstage and the guy looked just like him? As soon as I saw his face, I said, that's the guy from Aladdin on Broadway. Is that you?
No.
Oh, all right.
I'm in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yes,
So
sir.
what's up? What's going on? Jasper.
So-
We had a friend in our family named Jasper looked like you, but he didn't have a beard. And Jasper used to help me take care of these rugrats.
And Jasper was like 4'11".
No.
5'3".
You don't know how tall he is.
He don't
But
look.
he look like
he don't
him.
look short.
All right, what's up, Jasper? What can we do for you?
Okay, so I have a wholesaling company, I have a short-term rental company, and I have a hold company.
A
I have
hoe?
7 hold like rentals.
Like hoes? You pimping? No, I'm just playing.
Vincent, get your boy. Anyway,
You got a lot of shit going on.
yes, but the thing about it is that we talk about going and getting all these rentals, and what I'm finding is like you get the rentals, you do the whole BRRRR strategy, you buy, you rehab, you rent, you refi, you repeat, right? So that works, but then you have the other habits of the turnover. You have the storms that tear up the roof, all the stuff that just sucks all that cash flow up.
Need to have insurance?
Yeah, but I mean, it's almost not worth it the way the insurance works here. With you have a busted pipe.
Oh,
$1,000.
Oklahoma. Oh, you got those fucking things that twirl around. What do they call them?
We have tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
Hail. We have everything. So, it's just that unless you get a huge scale of rentals, these repairs literally suck up.
How
all
are you
your
renting
cash
them? You're renting them by the month, by the week, by the day, by
No,
what?
We're renting them, but I mean, it's
How long do the people rent for?
So our rents here are between $800 and $1,200.
No, I mean, how long? Are they 1 year tenants?
It's a year. It's a year.
How much shit can go wrong in a year? They live there, and what are they fucking up? I mean, unless the place is fucked up when you rent it to them, maybe that's the story.
Okay, so we had an ice storm. We had a
storm.
Deep freeze. We had roof damage, hail. That all happens in like 4 months.
And your
here in
insurance
Oklahoma.
agent, you ain't got good insurance. Don't cover
No,
that shit.
Okay, so the repairs are like
Less
just
than
a little bit
deductible?
or
Yeah,
right around
right.
where that deductible
Yeah.
is. So what's
Yeah.
the point of hitting up the insurance and then having to raise the premium versus the repairs?
You know, are you renting these things out for the most you can possibly rent them for to allow for that expense in that area? Can you raise your rents any?
I do, but I mean, I do it at like 2%.
You got to do it for whatever, unless there's something stopping you from doing. You got to do whatever the guy next door's doing. You got to look at what's the top dollar rent in your area and charge that. I mean,
Right.
you can't just go on a percentage basis unless your lease makes you. and the lease don't make you. And the residential, when the year's up, right?
Right. Well, I mean,
there's no market to rent it by the month more
single-family homes-
expensive, right? There's no market by month to rent it for more money, is there?
Not really.
No.
Well, that's on the short-term rental side. Like, I have some travel nursing, corporate housing that does really well.
There you go.
That's why I shifted.
Well, there you go. You got to do what works, whatever makes you the most money. Whatever you got to supply wherever there's the biggest demand that brings you the most money. It's all about supply, demand, and how much your damn bottom line is. Maybe you need to take some of those 1 years and try testing them out as, I don't know, the nurses. Hey, nurses pay. They do in many ways. They pay with their hard work. All right, well, I don't know what to say about the weather. I can't control the goddamn weather. Oklahoma, I heard about the place. I've never been there, but I heard they got tornadoes and shit. I ain't going there. I can just see little Ben flying up in the air, all twirling around and shit, like the cow and shit going away in a tornado.
Like on the
All right, well, good luck to you.
Jason.
All right.
See you, man. It's good seeing you.
Hey, nice seeing you. Thanks for zooming in. Thanks for zooming, baby. Who else wants to zoom? Pollock, get us a zoomer. Fly somebody in. Zoom
I'm
him
gonna
in.
get somebody here right
What was
now.
the
I mean, a lot of
biggest
people
Star
got their
Trek?
hand
Beam me
up also.
So let's get
Beam me up. Zoom me up. Beam me up, baby. Beam me up.
That was
Zoom.
it was Star Trek.
Star Trek. Uh-oh.
Hey, what's up, Ben?
What's up? How's it going? Logan.
Pretty good. I have one question. When was the last time you doubled your money in a year? Your net worth, when was the last time you doubled it?
My entire net worth, double it? Can't do that.
It doesn't happen like that.
No, we get
gradually.
We might buy deals. Listen, we might.
When did you do it? When did you double it?
What point in my life?
Did you double it?
I don't
like
think
you
it
had
ever-
$1 million and then you made another $1 million, or you had two and
I
you
don't
made
think it worked that
two.
way. I don't think it worked that way. I think basically I was creeping up. I was buying shit for 40 grand and making it worth 120 grand. I was buying shit and I did a lot of that shit. So it's like it wasn't all in one place. It was a combination of, maybe having 10 different little properties and then fixing them up, refinancing them and getting that cash. So it wasn't one deal, but it was probably in my 30s, early 30s or mid 30s. When I started really having shit everywhere. And I was doing like 10 refis at one time. And when you do 10 refis, you're getting 10 checks from the bank, baby.
And then what stops you from having, what stops you from hiring people to do that for you and keep doubling the money? Is it
Do
just
what?
too high risk? Or?
Management company.
Nobody's going to go out there and find you a friggin' deal and pick the right deal. And you're going to use people to help you do it, but you can't hire. Maybe you can hire somebody, but I doubt it. They'll be doing it for themselves. It's something, I've always done myself. Looking for deals, figuring out how I can make money on the deal. It's not something you can just hire a qualified person. They don't teach it in school. That's the problem. They don't teach it in school. But, I could never hire. I mean, I got him now to push deals to him and say, hey, he knows what I do. He knows what I look for. And I just say, go look at this, go look at that. And then, so I hired him. I made somebody.
So,
I created my own employee.
In your opinion, like at that level of wealth that you're at, 300 million, whatever, do you think it is possible if you set up the right structure, you got the right management company, maybe you started up your own thing, do you think it would be possible to
There are plenty of big investment companies out there that got a team of guys out of New York with fancy shoes going around looking at every hot deal on the table and bringing it back home and putting it on the table to the investment group. It's tons of companies that do billions and billions of dollars in real estate doing that. I don't want to be them. And it's also the company shared by thousands of people and investors. So
It's usually publicly held companies that do that type of stuff.
they do it. Everybody does it. There's all kinds of REITs. There's publicly traded companies that do it. There's private organizations that do it. There's BlackRock. BlackRock is probably the biggest real estate holdings in the world. I don't know, but, that's just what we do. We started from scratch and we're still scratching. Cool. All right? All right, good luck to you. Who else is zooming? Who else? The guy's waving his hands in the air. Wave your hands in the air and shake them like you just don't care. What's up with the guy shaking and baking?
Talking about.
Well, he doesn't have his hand up like he wants to ask a question. He's just shaking
what the
in
hell
there.
is he doing? Is he having
He's got to do an
hey,
alert.
how are you? How are you doing? Thumbs up.
There you go.
Oh, there
Augie.
we go. There he is.
Augie.
Augie Schmidt. What is your problem?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Augie Schmidt.
I'm in Lakeland.
Lakeland. I just seen a deal in Lakeland today.
You were in Lakeland.
No, I saw a deal pop up on my screen. It was like a bunch of shitty warehouses. They wanted $399,000 for it. Anyway, what's up? We love Lakeland. We got property in Lakeland.
I was going to ask you about warehouses. What do you do in the industrial space?
Nothing. I wish I did. We never did. You know, it could be a good way for me to retire. I'm looking into that right now. But, you know, industrial's big where you're at because Amazon came there, and there's all kinds of shit I hear about Lakeland. It's all I hear now. You know, even in the hotel business, they're telling me, go to Lakeland. You know, but we've done a lot of apartments in Lakeland, and we did very, very well there. It's a great town. And it's right between Orlando and Tampa. So, you know, it's perfect. But I don't know about industrial, but I know it's booming. If you can make the numbers work, it's all about the numbers. If you can find a piece of land and it has an industrial building on it, and you can lease the space out, I mean, that's it.
Yeah, I actually, so I'm a commercial broker with SVN here in Lakeland. And that's actually, so I started in research, started off at $12 an hour doing research and analysis. And that's how I found you, was I was doing apartment comps. And I'm like, man, who is this guy that's, you know, buying deals for $7 million and selling them for $11 million in 18 months? You know, I saw the one just south of I-4. Yeah, there was a few more that I saw you do that. Yeah, you've crushed it. You've crushed it over here in Lakeland. But yeah,
we sold too early too. We could have made a lot more money if we would have helped, but that's the same old story. Oh, if I used to own that, I could have sold that for $100 a door, and I sold it for $80 a door. Well, that's life. That's the market. It was out at the time and the place was worth $80 a door, you know. And then holding on to shit. But Lakeland's a great town. You should try to find some deals. SBN's a big company. I see their emails every day. Almost.
Yeah, so actually, so I closed my first deal on Friday.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
were you the actual buyer, or are you actually just the agent?
No. This is my first deal that I'm buying. So
You're buying yourself.
Yeah.
What'd you buy?
What I buy?
Yeah.
30,000 square feet in Winter Haven.
Very good. And is it bringing in any income right now?
No, so it's vacant, but it's it's you know at $550 a square foot. We're buying it for about $33 a square foot, $35. I think it's 33. And yeah, I've sold 4 or 5 deals within 5 minutes.
Yeah, but when you sell them, they got to be rented. You got tenants for them?
Yeah, so that's one thing is we already put the marketing package together, and that's the game plan is either to lease it and refinance it. I'm pretty sure that's the game plan. I don't think I want to take it straight to the market and sell. I think I want to lease it and refinance it, pull some cash out, get some cash flow, and then continue to go find the next one.
I mean, it's all about when you lease it, then you're down to basically selling it as a cap rate. If you're going to sell it empty, then you're selling it by a square foot, and maybe you're going to get lucky and there's going to be an owner-operator or somebody that thinks they can lease it to come by and pay you a few bucks. But if you want to make the big money and you want to sell it for a low cap rate, you need the best goddamn tenants you can get in there and get those numbers cranking. All right, you got 30,000 square feet at $550 a square foot, you said, per year, right?
Yeah.
That's 150 grand a year, correct? Or plus. So you got 150 grand a year coming in. That's what you need to do right now. Because now, wait a second. You're 150 grand a year, and is it triple net with industrial like it is with retail and all that shit? Is it triple net? The tenant pays the taxes, insurance, and all that shit?
Yeah, especially.
All right, so you got 150 net coming in. That's worth a 10 cap is $1.5 million, and a 5 cap is worth $3 million. How much you pay for the property?
$1 million.
You just made $2 million. Sold.
So
dang good. Very good. Get your ass out there, and you better make sure you put tenant-worthy tenants in there because that's what the buyers are looking for. They're looking for the tenant that has good, strong credit.
Yeah, and like I said, that's kind of been my game.
All right, well, there's no plan. That's the plan. There is no other way. Nobody else is going to give you $3 million for that property right now.
And call us when you fill it up, so we might want to buy it.
Not at a 5 cap.
Not at a 5 cap, but we might buy it at a 6.5,
7 maybe, or an 8. I'll buy it at 7 if you guys want quick money. But, right now you need to go find some tenants. Find some tenants right now, get it rented, then you created all that value. You just tripled your goddamn money in Lakeland.
That's the game plan.
Very good. Congratulations. You're smart. You're selling real estate and you're buying real estate. That's how you're going to be rich.
I like it. Let's do a deal soon.
All right. You know how to get a hold of us. I do business with SVN. Somebody already knows
I'm on
me.
the contact list for SVN already. They got my email.
I'll be waiting for a deal. Come on. We'll go to Lakeland. We'll be there in 20 minutes.
You want to shoot me an email?
Yeah. Rapal, you got his information? I'm in your company's database. You know that.
Yeah, we're in there already.
So each one's independently owned. The West Coast guys probably got you.
No,
we are the biggest SPN brokerage.
Yeah,
in
they
the
all
state.
say they're the biggest. Every brokerage house says, I'm the
Biggest,
biggest. I'm the biggest.
in their field.
I'm the biggest in this area. This
I'm the
street.
biggest in Tampa on selling
But
warehouses.
no, seriously, SBN's a good name. It's a good franchise. I didn't know it was a franchise. But,
Yeah.
I know you can also always get a hold of me at benmallah.com and consult with Ben, and then you'll have serious, we'll set up an appointment for a real meeting if you have a good deal. All right?
I'll throw my email in the comments and shoot me something and we'll do a deal.
Very good. Thank you very much.
All right,
Take
guys,
care.
keep it
Good
up.
luck. Thanks for zooming.
Sir.
We're zooming, baby. He made $2 million. He has the potential of making it.
potential to
Now,
make
if he
$2
goes out
million
and find
bucks.
those tenants, he should. If he's in that field, he should know who's renting, who's looking for space, blah, blah, blah. He can make $2 million big ones in industrial. What else you got? The only thing industrial I got is Little Ben. He's industrial.
We got super
He's in
chats.
industry.
So,
warehouse, but you
Kels,
rent it.
thank you for the
And what happened to Vincent? Vincent went
$25.
home. Vincent go play
Vincent
with his
disappeared.
doggy. He went to go feed his doggy. What else you got,
We got
Rapal?
super chats. So, Kels, thank you for the $25.
25
Wow.
big ones.
Invest in North Carolina beaches, mountains, and money, baby.
That's
Told
true. I
you.
heard North Carolina is great.
Oh, he heard that. He heard that. I
I'm
wonder
not
where he
going.
heard that
I'm
from.
not going.
I wonder where he heard that
I'm
from.
not going to freeze my ass off in the winter, and I don't want to climb no fucking mountains.
But
And
people
it's great.
enjoy that stuff. That's what I'm
I
trying
know.
to tell you.
There's a market for
because you got
everybody.
beaches and you got mountains.
All right, you go.
There should be some type of, who knows? It might be the next boom.
I'll
I
go there
don't
for
know.
a vacation and check
I
it
don't
out.
know. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to go
I
and
don't know,
take Aaron
Ben.
River rafting.
I don't know, Ben.
Let's do it.
All right, what else we got?
Jonathan, thank you for the $199. Thoughts on real estate tokenization?
What?
Tokenization of real estate. There's a token out. It's a coin. It's crypto. Basically, what they're saying
Crypto.
is create a crypto and have it. The purpose of the crypto is to buy real estate. So, like a Ben coin, you put out a Ben coin.
How is it going to
people
grow
buy
when
money.
you give me the money?
Investors.
People buy. They're basically. It's like a stock. It's like a stock. They're going to give you whatever you put it out there for. They're going to give you that money. Once you get enough of that money, then you can go use it to buy real estate. The returns have to go back into the coin. I think
Sounds like a typical investment to me. But
It's basically
using a
like an
coin
investment, but you're
instead
using
of
a coin.
cash.
Exactly.
I don't want to touch other people's money. I don't want anybody to ever say I cheated him out of shit. But that's me, But it's a good idea.
Why you look at me when you said
What else
that?
we got? You ain't got nothing. Nobody wants
Smooth,
us.
thank you for the
Nobody wants a
$5.
spotlight.
Amazon opened up their first hair salon in London yesterday. Soon, nothing will be Amazon proof. Next thing we know, they'll be opening up
That
a
is
restaurant.
They delivered a fucking
No,
haircut.
no,
How the hell
I
do you
think they
deliver
just-
a haircut.
I don't know.
They opened up a
They
hair
opened
salon.
up a hair salon.
You
You
know,
can't.
they need to stick to what the fuck they're doing. They're shipping everybody's fucking. They're ruining all the stores, shipping everything to everybody. At least leave the service industry alone, okay? You don't have to gobble everything up. How much fucking money does one company need to have?
bozos.
Amazon hairstylist. What's that going to be? Their brand is now Amazon everything. They're going to have
They put the
Louis-
smile in the
what's
back
his
of your
name?
head,
Now
like
Sassoon's
it's the
gonna
Nike
come over
sign.
there and put his signature on Amazon or what?
Holy shit! That guy's in a bunny costume. Oh, no, it's a bunny on the camera.
It's a bunny. What
No,
else
I
we
thought-
got? Who's zooming?
Jovi, thank you for the $5. Jack, thank you for the $199. Joe, thank you for the $10. He said, "Hey Vincent, you are good stuff."
Where you at,
But
Vincent?
He's down there at the
kids-
bottom. I found him.
He got moved to the bottom.
Said all the kids are serious, and that's rare. Good job, senior. How'd you do it?
What did I do?
He said that all the kids are serious, and that's rare.
Well, they're serious when
stop.
they want to be serious. But they
I
ain't
knew
been
he
no
was gonna-
goddamn picnic. But, hey, I neglected a lot of shit when they were young, and, they learned hard, learned young that life ain't a fucking piece of cake, Daddy ain't always going to be there to watch you strike out, Vincent. But I did as many as I could.
You were there.
I was there enough to get beaten up by fucking mosquitoes and all that shit.
were
I watched
there.
you ice skate. I
Yeah,
did a couple
yeah,
of
yeah.
things with them. But anyway, they know they got to get out there and make that money because Daddy ain't just going to hand it over. Well, all right, a little for Vincent. But
He's
pick on
so-
Vincent Day.
They love
Where's your
picking
dog,
on Vincent. Stop picking on
All right,
Vincent.
what else we got?
Jovi, thank you for the $5 again. He said, "I'm trying to start in New Jersey next year, where apart from residential, do you think it's feasible?"
New Jersey?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Next to New York is New Jersey.
Yes.
I think it sits in between New York and Pennsylvania. or something like that.
Yes,
Anyway,
that's the
I don't
state.
know Jersey. The only thing I know about Jersey is they got White Castles near the airport. The kids always make me take them to. But, I mean, you know, it's a big city. It depends where in Jersey. I mean, do your homework. Don't go somewhere and start throwing money around unless you do your homework and know you're going to make money on it. So wherever you go into a new town, you better go there and get a feel for it. Feel your way around. Like Ben does in a refrigerator at night when he's sleepwalking. He actually used to sleepwalk and eat in the fucking while he was sleeping. I'd talk to him and he'd just be eating away in the middle of the night, going to the refrigerator.
I love, you know what I like? You know what's the best thing? My new midnight snack is you go in the refrigerator and you get that cold cut meat and you get the cheese.
You're doing that a whole
and you
life.
take the cold cut meat and the cheese and you roll it up in a roll
I use
and you squirt a
bread.
little mustard inside of it and you eat that. That
else
is
we
the
got?
best snack.
What else
okay?
we got?
Let's pick somebody for the spotlight.
All right. Spotlight. Zoom. Who wants to zoom? Raise
Look
your
at that
hand.
guy. Look at him, Michael.
Yeah, that ain't waving. That's fucking
That's
paddling.
like flailing.
You know?
He's flailing. Don't flail.
All right, come on. Yeah. All right, pick the cuckoo. What's his name?
No, he picked
Thomas.
somebody else, Thomas.
Who'd he pick?
Oh, wait.
Oh,
There was,
don't fuck with this guy. This guy will come kick
It's a
your
skinny
ass.
little Ben.
that is his lieutenant.
You
Dan.
could look like that if you lost 150 pounds. All right, what's up, man? How's it going, Thomas?
Good. Rafal, I'm Polish too, so shout out to
I was about to
Polish.
say, he looks like him, but he talks like Paul.
Now we got two Polacks to pick on. What's up?
Great. We'll team up on you guys, maybe.
Yeah.
Polish versus the Jews.
Yeah,
I don't want no Polish teaming up on me, okay?
No.
All right,
You like
I
to
ain't
play with
fucking
your
going
sausage
with that.
too
You go
much.
play with yourself.
I never heard of anybody loves sausage as much as Poland's. All right, what else you got? What's up, man? Are you in
All right,
Poland right
so-
now?
No, I'm in Thunder Bay in Canada.
Canada. Okay. Still out of the country. What's up?
Yeah, I just had a question. Basically, right now I'm a engineer and like a part-time real estate investor. And I got 6 houses that I rent in Thunder Bay. So
Thunder
I
Bay?
wanted
That's
to
what it's
know-
called? Thunder Bay?
Thunder Bay, yeah.
Didn't Hulk
Hogan had a
go
boat called Thunder something,
Yeah.
Black Thunder or
All
something
right.
like that. Yeah,
Very
Hogan had
good.
a
Put him
boat.
back. What'd you do with him?
He's still there. Calm down.
All right, you got
I'm
6
here.
houses. You're in Canada and Thunder Bay. Now what are you going to do?
So that I want to transition from being an employee to being a real estate investor. So my question for you is, what strategy should I take to grow and scale?
Listen, it's all about
while working
numbers.
my
You know,
full-time
I
job?
sat around thinking, when can I quit my fucking job? When can I quit my fucking job? I used to sit around and I have to calculate how much money do I need to quit my job? At what point do I have enough rent coming in where I feel I'm going to maintain the same lifestyle without going to work? You know, so if
I
your
remember
job's-
that day.
If your job's paying you 50, 60, 70, whatever grand a year, and you got rentals paying you X amount of dollars, you need to get your real estate portfolio to that point where you feel like you're not going to financially hurt yourself and walk away. Don't look back. Walk away. That's what my wife tells me all the time. She loves that song.
I don't know the song.
You know the song. Don't look back. Walk away.
No.
Rafal, you know the fucking song.
No.
Oh, my God.
Vincent?
Anyway, whatever.
Vincent disappeared.
All right.
All right,
What
thanks,
happened? We
Ben,
lost
for
them.
the advice, my
All right.
man.
Good luck to you. But listen, make sure you got the money and then walk away. Build up your real estate portfolio.
That is a Canadian sweater.
That's a nice sweater. You can
yeah,
never fit in a
baby.
sweater
I can
like
never
that.
fit in a Canadian sweater
No,
like that.
sweaters
That's a
cling
good
to
sweater.
you.
Yeah, I know.
You look like your
Hey,
grandma.
Vincent, Ben, you guys gotta hug it out, man. Like last video, you guys were going at it. You guys gotta hug it out.
Hug it. I'll
That
give
was
a bear
nothing.
hug.
That
How
was
about a
nothing. That
bear
was
hug?
good. That was like them getting along.
Holy
That was a good day. That was
That was us just talking about a deal.
that was
That's how we
just
talk about a
normal. That was normality around here.
All right. Who else we got zooming? Take care. Good luck in Canada. I wonder if he has a St. Bernard. You know, they
Canada,
look
eh?
in Canada. What else
Canadian,
we got?
eh?
Anything from
Did
you?
you see how he said
Anything
house?
from you?
Super
We're
chats.
zooming.
House.
Zooming.
So, Adam, thank you for the $5. Ben, have you ever heard of or used Thermosteel? It's a building platform similar to modular homes.
Or used.
Is that container home?
Heard of or used.
Is it like a container home?
Or heard? No, I haven't heard.
We'll have to look it up. I'm not familiar with it, but steel is good. I know they're doing container homes out of steel now. And, you know, and then sometimes the modulars are built on steel frames, but we'll look into that. Steel housing. All right? We want to
They
steal
did
some
steel. They did some steel stuff at Sparkman Wharf. You seen that? over in
Yes.
Tampa. Those buildings.
But how
that they
cost
made.
effective is it? Is the question. You know, I want to
I don't know. But they put outdoor like retail.
All right,
out there
what
with
else we
steel
got?
Buildings.
We got a Zoom.
806.
Zoomer.
All right, very good. Who do we got?
Hi, Ben.
Hey, how are
Hi,
you?
Ben.
How are you? How are you?
Pretty good. I'm a huge fan of the channel.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you. Eon, is it Eon?
Elon.
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 Yeah.
Like with an I though. Elon,
Yeah,
but with an I.
Okay.
It's so weird. So I have six houses under contract for my wholesaling business. And yeah, I just wanted to ask you, like, I'm building up capital for buying a fourplex, and I just wanted to let you know, like, if you have any other recommendations.
How old are you?
15.
How are you have a wholesaling business?
Because I do all the work, and then, like, I'm with my dad.
There you
so,
go. I like it.
he helps me.
Very good.
That's
Okay,
great.
keep going.
You got people to buy all those damn houses you're sitting on?
Yeah. I have a lot of buyers trying to buy the properties, and yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So now what do you want to do? You're going to cash in to make some money flipping those houses. The one thing I
Yeah,
don't understand about you wholesalers is how come you need to graduate, I would think. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. But if I was in your shoes and I'm wholesaling, I would want to graduate to be the person buying the house and getting all the upside in it, not just a little. What are you making? Be honest. I mean, what are you making? 10 grand,
So
15 grand?
It's a commission of $3,500 each house.
Yeah, you make it. You're like you're a sales
pretty
guy,
good,
and that's
though.
great. But you need to get to the point where you buy the best deals because you get them first at a discount. You need to graduate to the point where you're gonna buy. How much is the guy that makes you make $3,500 off? How much is he gonna make when he buys that house? What is he expecting to make? 20,
Well,
30,
it really
40,
depends.
50?
Yeah.
Well, there you
basically,
go. Graduate to be the when you sell real estate, you should graduate to be an owner of real estate because you get the best deal first. You got to jump on everybody. You need to accumulate enough money to start buying the next hot deal and going all the way with it. Don't just flip it for a few bucks. Go all the way. You and Daddy go over there, fix it up, get it ready to rent, whatever, sell it, and flip it for the big money.
Yeah. So basically, my plan is for all that capital that I gain off my wholesaling, I put that into crypto, and once I make enough money, I'm gonna get an FHA loan and then buy a fourplex or
Yeah, but if FHA loan is only $3,000 every 100, how much money can you need?
Well,
And if it's FHA loan, it's got to be inspected first. A lot of your houses aren't ready for inspection, are they?
well, not really. Yeah.
You need to figure out how you're going to borrow money from a bank, okay, and go start buying those hot deals. You know, if you got to put 20% down, how much is the average cost? The houses you're selling, how much is the average cost to them?
For my wholesaling.
The average house, you're sitting on 6 houses. How much are these houses worth?
So like 60,000 because they're modular homes.
All right. Well, then you don't need much to buy and go get loans. You need to set yourself up with some financing. You and your father need to go get some bank that's going to loan you money or a hard money lender, whoever you got to go to, and start buying this shit instead of just flipping it for a few grand and make 30 grand.
Will do. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Ben.
Good luck to you. Now
Thank
give
you.
me give me something good about crypto. What's the best crypto to invest in right now?
I was invested in VeChain since 2
Yeah,
cents.
VeChain.
VeChain. All right. Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Hey, what do you think about SafeMoon? You got to talk to these kids. They know.
Yeah,
okay?
they know.
What do you think about SafeMoon?
I
No,
hope they
right?
know.
I'm not investing.
I've
in
never
that.
had kids
didn't
tell
think
me
so.
much I wanted to know.
Yeah, I bet you did. I told you a couple things one time.
I know, and I shouldn't have listened to you.
eBay.
All right, well, good luck to you.
Google.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Take care. Adios. What else we got? Zoomers? We got any Zoomers? Zoomer.
SafeMoon is a scam.
He got his hand up.
That's what they said. Going to zero. I ain't bought none.
The guy's got his hand up right there in front of him.
Dad, that's not okay. So just
There
because
he
he
is.
has his hand, okay, there he goes.
There he goes. What's
That's
up?
not the
What's
hand
up?
though.
Can't hear you.
You got to unmute yourself.
How's it going? I've been watching you guys for years.
All
How's it
right.
going?
Jermaine, what's up, Jermaine?
How's it going? So I have a question on one of the properties that I'm trying to cut a deal with. So would this make sense? So this is a duplex here in Tacoma. They're asking for $400,000 on the property, 20% down. What I'm thinking of doing is doing a 15-year interest-only loan, getting my initial investment of 80 grand back in 45 months, because that's the calculation, and then over time, then refinance it to a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Would that make sense?
All right, you're buying a duplex for $400,000. It's $200,000 a unit. Have you bought it yet?
No.
Have you got approved for a loan yet? Have you got approved for a loan yet? Tell the truth.
So
don't lie to me.
No.
All right.
So I'm just trying to do the numbers, and then.
All right. So how much is the rent going to be? Are you talking about a specific property?
Yes, I'm talking
All
about
right.
a specific.
How much is
property.
the rent? How much is the rent?
So the property management company that my family is currently using says we could rent it between $1,700 and $1,900 a unit.
All right. So you got $3,800 a month coming in, and you want to buy it for $400,000. And you get how much? How much is the loan going to be?
$320 with 20% down.
$320. Did you figure out what your mortgage, taxes, insurance is going to be every month?
Yes.
What?
Yes. I tax in Tacoma on this property is $4,759 yearly.
$350 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Is that based on the $400,000 value you're buying it for, or is it based on what the guy before you bought it for?
It's based off of what the
current tax roll says.
Yes, on the on was it tax?
Yeah, the tax assessor's office. But what's the value on that bill? What is he paying tax on? He may not be paying tax. You might be paying a lot more tax than him.
230 goes to the house. Over $100,000 on the land alone, so it's like 340,000.
Oh, okay, that's a big difference. All right, so how much is your net going to be every month? You know, after you pay your mortgage, your taxes, your insurance, and you said you're doing it. Did you? Don't be so. Are you sure you're going to get interest only?
Well, that's what does it make sense to do it to get the initial investment out? So then down the line, when we get that initial investment out, then switch refinance into a regular.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question: is the place not rented right now?
It's not rented right now.
So by you renting it, you're creating value. So basically, let's say you buy the place, you rent it out. The property management company is true. What is going to be in your pocket profit every month?
Just under $2,100.
So isn't that property $2,100? I mean. That's $24,000 a year, roughly $25,000 a year on an $80,000 investment.
Yeah,
that's damn good. I would think you have some equity in that house. You might be able to go out and refinance it in a year after it's rented for a year and it's seasoned. Go back to the bank and then start pulling some of your money out. If you can't get it all, you get some of it. Don't wait around for the rent to pay you back.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Put some value into it, stabilize it, and then
get your money back. And then you might be in a position to get all your money back. Who the hell knows with that kind of return, or most of it. You want to have the bank's money, because you're buying at low rates. But yeah, you're on the right track. Go ahead, try to get a lender. Go buy the deal, get the deal rented, and then sit on it for a year and refinance it.
Okay, but the original question, 15-year, and then switch over to a 30-year. No sense.
It depends on which banks can give me the most money. Even if it's only a 5-year. If the 5-year bank wants to give me a lot more money than the 10-year bank, I'll take the 5-year loan any day of the week. It's all about how much of your money you can get back in your pocket. So now you're playing with the bank's money. All right? And still cash flowing. So worry about that when the time comes. Right now, go get a loan, the best loan you can at the lowest interest rate, with no prepayment penalty, and buy the goddamn house or duplex and get it rented out, and then wait for that year to go by. That's what you got to do right now. And worry about later. All right? And save all the goddamn rent money. Don't spend it on nothing stupid like, what are you buying now? A new truck or some shit you said?
Who said I was buying a truck? How did you hear I was buying a
Electric truck or some bullshit?
Damn, you can't buy shit in this family without somebody knowing. My God.
And the crazy part is that I didn't say anything.
Who said something?
That's the crazy part, because I didn't say anything.
Yeah. I heard you in the background somewhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. What else we got? I
was talking to Julio.
All right. Take care. Good luck. Go buy that duplex.
I know. He's so nosy. Listen to
Nosy, but I don't give a fuck what he buys. He got his own money. Let him buy the hell he wants.
I'm getting a 2020 Denali 2-door truck, and I'm gonna bag it out.
Yeah, a guy with 6
I'm gonna
kids needs a
bag
2-door
it out. I'm gonna lay it on body.
What else we got? All right, we ain't gonna keep these people up zooming all night.
We got super chats.
What do you got?
So Ian Pat, thank you for the $20. He said, thanks for the inspiration, man. Think I can buy second house soon.
Oh shit! I didn't tell the broker to come on tonight. The banker. See, Rafal, you ain't planning shit. We were supposed to do this last night. Everything's set up, and Rafal couldn't make it happen. Tonight he makes it happen, and we ain't got our shit together. All right, next time.
Overdrove, thank you for the $6.99. He said, Ben, do you set up a new corporation for every property? How do you recommend to structure the holding companies?
All right, all I do, and you need to talk to your accountant, but all I do is every time I buy a property, it's a single member LLC. Unless somebody wiggles their way in that I know sitting next to me and tries to bring their LLC in, and then we both have single member LLCs that share an LLC. But I just hold things as an LLC. It's on my tax return. It's a Schedule E. It shows all the income and expenses. And that's all I know. Otherwise, talk to your accountant. But that's what I've been doing for 30 years. You know, it's a separate company, but it's still your company, and it gives you some blanket of protection.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
The question was, how do you recommend to structure the holding companies? And
I don't know
set
about
up a new corporation for every property?
It's better. Okay, so think about it this way, and you can say what you want, but the whole point of a limited liability company is so that you limit your liability. Okay, so that if you buy a house and the tenant falls or something because
They go to insurance.
then they go to insurance.
Above the insurance, they're going to leave you alone.
But there's something happened, they're going to leave you alone because the only thing that's in that LLC is the property itself. So there's nothing else that they can get to.
Personally,
they
can't
get
you.
you personally.
Otherwise, all that holding company stuff, that's big time shit. And I think that's a lot when you're having other people's money you're using, which we don't do. So you need to talk to an accountant, a CPA about, or a real estate attorney on what's the best way to hold a property for what you're doing. You may not be doing what we're doing. You got anything else, Aaron?
Yeah, Jonathan, thank you for the $1.99. He said you should buy NFT.
NFTs? That's like pictures that you buy online. I don't really understand it. Thank you,
he
Rafal.
He said the
Thank you.
benefit is settlement and security, not a stock.
It's not a stock. So it's like, I thought it was like you buy a picture and you're owning the rights to that picture.
Like somebody bought what Elon Musk's
his
tweet,
first tweet.
right? His first tweet.
Like somebody bought that. I don't know. I don't
Out of
really
my league,
understand.
out of my league.
I really don't understand all this. And I'm
How
the
much will you
computer
pay for
guy.
a picture of little Ben?
I'll put it on NFT right now for $5. You can own it, and I'll even put my Maui shirt on that I recently bought.
All right, we got any Zoomers or
We got super chats. Ice Wallow, thank you for the $1.99. Frank, thank you for the $4.99. He said, what are some green light indicators you look for in investing a commercial property?
Green light, green light. Are the rents low?
Good cap rate.
Does the place need to be fixed up? What can I do to maximize
Long-term
the
leases.
income? You know, what can I do to maximize any signal I see? I look for signals everywhere I go. I look for green lights to pop up. You know, are they even down to the friggin' laundry machines?
Examples.
You know, everything. Can it cut expenses? What can we do to make it worth more money? You have to analyze, or in Ben's case, analyze the deal.
Location.
Location's a big
That's
part
a
of
good
it.
one, Aaron. Location
You know?
is a big
location,
deal.
location.
Because you can have something that you buy that might not have long-term
You can always
leases, but
fix
it's
up
in a
a
good
property, but you
location.
can't change the neighborhood.
Right, but, well, it depends.
Well, yeah, you can ruin the neighborhood like if
Yeah.
you move in.
Yeah, I was saying you could change the neighborhood for the worse if you move the wrong tenants
Yeah.
in. And you can change the neighborhood if you slowly move the right tenants
I
in.
ruined a couple of neighborhoods in my time.
I mean, we had 1,000 units in Texas. I could have
Well,
changed
that neighborhood was already
neighborhood.
ruined before we got there.
But I'm saying we could have changed that whole neighborhood.
Oh,
by
yeah,
going
we're going
worse.
to change it. We're going to find the people
No,
who
I'm
move
saying,
in.
what if we would have rented to worse people?
Well,
Could have
that
made
would've
it.
been
That's
bad.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
We could have ruined it.
Could have
And
ruined
then we would
that
have went
neighborhood.
broke, and then we wouldn't be sitting here doing a Zoomcast right now. We'd be broke. What else we got?
Super chats.
Smooth,
chats,
thank you
super
for the
chats.
$2. He said, describe making your first million and what age you did it. Your first $1 million.
I don't know. All I know is when I was in my 30s, I was hustling any fucking thing I could find. Anything
You
I
made
could.
$1 million before you were 30. No.
No.
When you flipped all those houses, wait, how old were you?
No, I spent my.
Can I ask a question? How old were you when we moved out of Fairfield?
I don't remember. Put it this way: Vincent's 30 years old, right? Vincent's 30 years old. I was not a millionaire until Vincent was about 5, 6. So 25 years ago, I might have became a millionaire. I'm 55 now. I was 30 years old. 30 years old, okay? And that's the story. I did a lot of little shit. whatever I could to make it accumulate to $1 million. You make 50 grand here, you make 100 grand here, you put it into that, this, that, this, and that. But then the $1 million came because I used to use my ex-partner, bring him in for the bigger deals. And then I had 50% of the deal with his money. And then I used my own money to match him. So then he couldn't tell me shit. All right, you got anything else?
What do you mean when you say you were a millionaire? Did you have a million?
I was worth $1
cash in the
million.
bank, or you had
You remember when we lived? Wait.
Do you
remember when we moved to Michigan?
Yes, I remember that.
Michigan was my first step into millionairehood. Michigan.
Millionairehood.
Whatever.
I like that.
All right. Well, there was a lot of little
But
shit
that was
I had
the-
everywhere. Plus, I was managing shit and I was doing this and that.
Oh, that's when we moved to that neighborhood. He tried to put me into a school in that neighborhood, and that was Skyline.
I was already
That was
really up
Skyline.
there. When you make it to the top of the hill, you got to be a millionaire.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Skyline.
but what do you consider it as?
I lived at the bottom of the
So what do you
hill.
consider yourself? Do you consider yourself a millionaire when you have an assets value?
When your total net value, how much you got, what you got in real estate, and then minus out what you owe, what you're worth.
Okay.
That's when you become a millionaire. When you have $1 million worth of assets and cash and liquid or whatever on your financial statement.
That had to be before that. You had a lot of properties. You had like 200 here, not 200. I mean $200,000 house here. 200.
Whatever. All I know is I was 30 years old. Okay, who cares anyway? God damn it.
That guy cares.
All right. Well, it's about 30. All right. Very good. What else we got?
I Swallow, thank you again for the $1.99. Jonathan, thank you again for the $1.99. He said XRP.
That's a crypto.
Crypto.
I never heard of that
Cryptin',
one,
baby. We're cryptin'.
He said, Jonathan, thank you again for the $1.99. He said, I'm sending these messages with my XRP profits.
All right.
Thank
What else
you.
we got? We got anything good for real estate? Anybody out there doing any deals? Come on.
Derry, thank you for the $6.99. He said, you already answered about the $2 million deal or $9,000 cash flow. What about keeping refinancing for next deal?
You could do that too. You could go refinance. It's up to you. What works for you? Do you want to take a big lump of cash, or you want to take about less than that cash and still keep the property providing cash flows? You got options. The whole thing is when you buy real estate, you got options. You got something to work with. You can sell it. You can refinance it. You can do whatever the hell you want. You're in the driver's seat making moves, baby. Don't you move. I don't want to break the chair. All right? So do what you want. Refi, sell, whatever. But if you refi, that's fine. Then you got your cake and eat it too. If the numbers work that way.
All right, Jonathan, thank you again for the $1.99. He said you should buy XLM. Tyler, thank you for the $20. He said, hey, Ben, I'm a professional roofer. I'm 19 years old in North Carolina, looking to invest in real estate. I'm currently well invested in stocks. I've had good credit. Would you have any advice for me?
You're a roofer. Go find a really nice house, a nice neighborhood where a shitty house needs a roof and buy it. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Wow. All right, seriously, if you're a roofer and you know how to fucking put roofs on houses, you should be out there looking for fixer-uppers that need roofs, or go, maybe someone got hit
Problem
by
is,
a
if it needs a
hurricane.
roof, it usually needs interior too.
Well, I'm sure if he can put a fucking roof on, he can do the interior work too, or he knows somebody else. But, you're already in the trade zone, then you're one step ahead of everybody else. Shit. Ben ain't getting his ass on no fucking roof to fix it. We got to get those damn scissor jacks just to lift them up. All right, what else we got?
Young, thank you for the $5. He said, hey, Ben, what would you do if you're a broke 20-year-old that works from home with a collections company making $15 an hour? Should I go to school or study online?
Well, if you want to, if you got a job that's paying you money, that's good. That's something to be proud of. And $15 an hour is something. It's not like nothing, You still get, you still file a tax return. You still got something to show a bank where you can, you got money coming in. But what you need to do is you need to think about, do I want to be in real estate? Well, maybe I should take a course in real estate and try to get my license. I'm only 20 years old. 20 years old, walking around with a real estate license ain't a bad thing to have. Then you go and you take that real estate license, you get out of your house when you're not working, and go to a local real estate office that's making money, and you say, hey, I want to hang my license here. I want to learn. And then you start from the bottom and you learn and you work your way up, and hopefully you start making money there. I mean, that's what I would do if I was 20 years old. I'd keep your job and try to do real estate on the side. That's the beauty of real estate. You work when you want to work. The more you work, the more you make. But, you got to get to that point in life where you can give up your day job. Which way did the glasses go? All right, what else we got?
Kill Dragon.
Kill Dragon.
99
the
cents.
Dragon Slayer.
All right, and let's do
That's
that.
it for super chats for
That's
now.
it. And if you want to do one more spotlight,
All
one more
right,
Zoom,
we
last
got
Zoom of
anybody
the night.
spotlights?
We can try. Look, Ben.
Anybody?
Who do you want to pick?
Who wants to zoom in?
Pick
Put
a
it over
name.
here.
All
Pick a
right,
name.
here we go.
Pick a name.
Pick a name. Pick a name. I can't read the names. What's up? We already spoke to Jermaine. Whoever you want, put him up there. Just don't put the guy with the face of the leprechaun. That scares me. All right, what do we got? Who we
All right, I
got?
can put somebody right now, right? Hold on.
Come on, Rafal.
Good
Pick
question.
somebody.
Good question.
It's a lottery.
Somebody with something that's substance to it.
I know Mike was here for a while, so I'll put him
All right,
on.
put Mike on. Come on, Mike. Mike, what's up, Mike? Can't hear you. Unmute yourself. You're muted.
Didn't work.
I'm sitting here with the Ninja Turtle mutants. Mike? Nope, that's not Mike.
No,
We'll
we
take
got
him.
Zed.
Zed, what's
Zed.
up? Zed.
How's it going? How are you?
What's up?
I'm an extremely big fan, so just keep it up. It's extremely good, everything that you're doing. In fact, I had actually been checking you out back in Australia. I'm here in the States now, in Florida. So my question is, I don't have any history in terms of my credit history, but I've got an extremely high income. I earn $250 a year, and I've only been in the States for about 3 months now. My question that I've got is, how can I speed up the process of being able to be in a position to actually start to purchase property? I've got about 100K in the bank. I've gone to 6 banks already, and they're not actually giving me anything because I don't have any history
All right,
yet.
you need to do what I did. All right?
Okay.
And I wasn't in as good shape as you are. You need a mortgage broker. You need an expert. You need to hire a gun. You need to hire a guy that's going to go out there that deals with all banks, hundreds of them. Who's the guy that came to our show? Chris from Legend Financial. All right? He's a typical mortgage broker. All right, you need to get with a guy that knows what the banks want, knows how to help you and put you in the right direction and getting where you need to be for them to give you a loan. That's your first step, just getting the bank to loan you money. And they will. Maybe they want to see you here a year. Maybe you don't have to be here a year. Maybe they'll make you put a little extra money down. You got the $100,000 to work with. Maybe first deal you have to put 30-40% down. But the mortgage broker, his job is to fit you with the right lender that will give you the loan you need without, screwing you over. So I would definitely look into an independent mortgage broker. Try this guy, Chris, that I got in Legend. He's in St. Petersburg, Florida. He's a great guy. He came to our show. He explained everything about FHA. And I'm sorry he's not on right now, but I should have had him here.
I'll have a look at that.
But to get a hold of him, and he works for you. And then you're done. You just sit back and he tells you what he can and can't do and what you got to do to get what you want. All right?
For sure. That's
All
awesome,
right.
mate.
Good luck.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's already
Cheers.
8:30. What time we start?
Like 6:30.
Man, Zoom in takes up a long time.
Yeah, it's got a lot of
man.
people zoom in.
Maybe
They
we
want
should
to talk.
do this more often then and not so long, but,
All right, that was our last Zoom. You want to do
All
one
right,
more?
now we're
We're
good, man. I got to go
Let's
eat
do it.
dinner. I already
All right.
2 hours late with dinner. My wife's going to be screaming at me. All right, everybody. Thanks for zooming in. Thanks for all the super chats. Say goodbye, Aaron.
Yeah, thank you.
Say
Appreciate
goodbye,
all the
Vincent. What happened
donations.
to
Appreciate
Vincent?
all the input.
we lost him.
The
We lost
support.
him.
Really
I
do.
wish